Where is it? Where? There it is. Yeah, that's a big problem. Yay.
Alright, nice.
Alright. Are you in game?
Nope. I'm coming in online now.
Alright. I'm live now, but once you're here, then I'll do like the proper intro when this eventually goes to YouTube.
Okay.
I get what you mean, man. Zerg is hard.
Yeah, man. Especially if you're playing standard. It's a lot of scouting.
1001 problems and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions specifically.
Yeah, I understand, man. Because I think compared to Terrans and Protoss, like I think on the earlier levels you just have to make sure that you're not getting all in. Then you just concentrate on your build order.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for Zerg you have to be like reactive and be scouting the whole time.
Super. It's that survival phase which I'm struggling with. Alright.
Yeah, I understand. It's definitely tough. I think like back when I was even low masters or diamond, like I'm pretty sure, right? Like okay, the only difference between like say for example ZBP, right?
Yes.
Like my responses for Twilight and Robo is the same. So and yeah, so I basically only have two response. One for Stargate and one for Twilight and Robo.
Alright.
Like it wasn't that specific as compared to now.
Oh, so now it's a fundamentally different response for Twilight and Robo. Okay, at your level at least.
Yeah, like I think even back when I was Diamond, right? Like I didn't even know that there was like a huge difference between like the three openings, because I always reacted the same.
Roach.
Yeah, it's always 340 layer and 340 roach, like regardless of any openings.
Yeah, I've been trying to go roach, and then I realized that they've got too many immortals. I'm dead.
Yeah, you need to. I think roaches are fine like for timings, but eventually you still have to go Link-Bane Ravager.
Yeah, I need to figure. Okay, tell me, let me do the intro proper for this. When this eventually goes up on YouTube.
Okay, wait, give me like 10 seconds.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Alright. Do you want me to plug anything apart from your Twitch?
No, not really. I don't really have anything to plug.
Alright, sure. Okay, beginning introduction. Once my scenes switch properly. Come on, OBS. Do you run your side question now? When you run your OBS, do you run the game on full screen or what?
I think I have it on window full screen because I want to be able to alt-tab like easily.
Yeah, you know what? Let me try that. Because every time I swap it, there's both a delay as well as a what do you call that thing?
Yeah, because you have to load all right before you alt-tab.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. It seems to have loaded. I think it's fine now. Okay, let me do the intro. Okay, and welcome back to another session of Going Diamond, where me and my little Zergling attempt to actually get Diamond on the ladder, and so far we have been dying to Protosses left, right, and center, and other Zergs. Terran, okay, and we're here today with our mentor, the Ultralisk, Nameless. Say hi.
Hello guys.
Yep, so Nameless is Master Zerg, so he knows what he's talking about. He also has an awesome Twitch channel at Nameless_SC2 that he streamed just 2 days ago, so do check him out, do give him a follow, do say hi when he's online. That was actually a really cool stream, right? Oh no, the one 4 days ago was really cool. You did like a pull first only
Yeah, it was only either 16 or 12 pool.
How'd it go?
I gotta say the games are definitely more scrappy, and it definitely puts me out of my comfort zone. Like, because usually when you're going, like, I'm so used to playing heads first, right? Like everything, the timings and stuff, like they're all natural. Like yeah, like compared to pool first, right? I think everything has to go by like feeling. So it's definitely a new experience.
It's a more instinctive game, not as mechanical as Ye Ol, Serral, if you or Rogue for that matter. Alright, so first of all, thanks for coming on and helping me with my Zerg and sharing in the pains of climbing the diamond ladder.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, so let me pull up my text. Okay, so normally the way we do this is that we go through like the individual matchups. Do you still want to take this approach?
I think it could be should be more organized, right?
Yeah. Alright, so let's talk about the problems I've been having for the 3 matchups. Then you decide which one you want. Okay, so Terran, I've had the least amount of problems per se. In fact, let me send you the questions proper. I should do this next time. We'll do this next time. Okay, so these are the questions that I want to ask. Let's see. Oh, hey Kingstar, thanks for tuning in. We're doing Zerg today. Alright, so these are the questions. Okay, let's start with the simplest, which is Terran. Terran, I don't really have that much problem because Okay, Terran I have some problems, but to me it's really like, did my mains roll into their bio and who won? Like just off kind of one engagement.
I'm just curious, right? Are you facing Mac more than Bio, or like which one do you face more? Actually,
right now it's a lot of right now it's mostly Bio. There's been one Mac game, but that Mac player, I'll be very honest, he didn't really know what he was doing.
Okay.
It was BC Mac, and that's again no real Mac experience to speak of after the coaching we did, except that one game. Bio, yeah, but Bio is an issue. The one game, okay, so there are a couple of Bio games where I eventually died to pushes, and there's one other Bio game where I died to drops.
Oh, okay.
Which is, you know, the Terran standard thing. I mean, I did it all the time when I was going Terran. Alright, so that's a Terran problem. Okay, so you want Zerg or you want a Protoss problem?
I mean, I think we could. Do you have any like Terran replays?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think the Terran will be easiest to tackle right now.
That's a Zerg replay.
Oh yeah, have you tried the hotkeying from eggs kind of stuff?
I've been trying, but even just hotkeying my army normally is a bit of a struggle, to be perfectly honest. The real problem I think I'm having is I'm not rallying my units into anywhere, so they're all over at their hatcheries.
Okay, so the thing, right, is usually you wouldn't have to use the rally points at all, because you always hotkey your units from the eggs itself.
It's that important.
Yeah, like if you hotkey the eggs straight directly, right, you wouldn't even have to like look at your rally points or anything. Like it wouldn't even matter actually, because all your units are already in the hotkey, like before they spawn.
I assume this is for all matchups, right?
Yeah, this is like standard for all the matchups. So usually you hotkey all the eggs before they hatch actually.
To control group. Okay, I'll try. Okay, you know what? I'll probably make that the prime point to fix in the next in my next playthrough, because I remember the one thing I was trying to fix in this playthrough was trying to get my drone spending correctly.
Yeah. I think that's really good, because a lot of times, right? Like if you focus on too many problems at one time, you're just not gonna accomplish like much. Like I think focusing on just one specific problem in the game, I think it's like a really good approach.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to do, and again, I get you that you want to focus on one area at a time.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing was I'm now trying to remember to send out my Link Scouts. Because I tried Overlord Scouts, and if they kill the Overlords at the wrong moment, it's extraordinarily painful. So...
Oh, okay, this is still way too late. Like, problems... Wait, is this recent replay?
This was about a week ago, because I haven't hit many Terrans over the last week.
Oh, because you're still going 18 hatch, not 16.
I think, okay, did I make a mistake this game because I saw 3x hatching? Did I get my Overlord at 14?
Wait,
It looks like I got my Overlord, that screwed everything over.
no, I think this was normal.
Oh, crap.
This was 13 Overlord. Yeah, I think one thing okay, maybe one way, right, is not to focus on like the eggs, right? And just take a look at the supply. Might be easier.
Okay, I've got a question because... Okay, here's what I noticed. Yeah, there are some problems. Maybe I'm like 1 second late, which makes a difference in the early game.
No, I think yeah. Wait, so for the natural hatch, right? Yeah. I think you're like around 8 to 10 seconds late, which is pretty big because you lose like 1 lava actually. Yeah, it takes around 9 to 10 seconds for a lava.
No. Okay, because what I noticed is that okay, so 14 I get the 2 more drones. I noticed that the next drone after that, if I rally it straight to the hatchery, like
you don't rally, you pull when it's around 180 to 200 minerals.
Okay. So my question is this, because when I do the drone rally in most games, I realize that the drone gets there. Well, we'll reach the natural at about 250 minerals thereabouts. Like right now, it's 200. The drone that hatched is heading down there.
Oh, because that's because you're doing 18 hatch. You're already doing 18 supply.
So I wait. Oh, okay, wait. So that means I go up to 15 workers and then...
No, 16 supply. So when you have 16 supply on the top right hand corner, you take your hatch.
Okay.
So you go down to 15 supply, right?
Yes.
So when 15 supply, the first drone goes to minerals, which will saturate 16 out of 16. Then the second drone will end up in the will be rallied into the gas, and the third drone will be into the pool, and that will bring you around. There will be 18 supply, but because you make the gas and pool, you'll be back down to 16. So after 16, right, the next 3 drones go into gas, which gives you 19.
Okay, wait. So does that mean I wait because? Based on my experience, I reach 14. I will then get 1. Okay, so I'm looking at the number on top of the hatchery. So 1 drone will spawn, the Overlord will spawn. I make 2 more drones.
Okay, so here, right, after your Overlord spawns, you make 2 drones with this lava.
Yeah.
And then you stop making anything.
Okay, so there is a wait, there is a pause in drone.
Yes.
Okay.
So you see right here, right? You make 2 drones here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, actually you made 3. So, wait, 2, right? Yeah, there's 2.
Yeah, correct. No, drone 3 was the one I would send down from the main...
No, you have to rally down because it's gonna be too late. Because, like, so right here, right? You have 130 minerals. So you just wait for 180 before you rally down.
Alright.
Yeah. So after Overlord, 2 drones, and then you make hatchery.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Don't mind me asking. Is there any example you have to explain the long-term effects of this? Like, do I lose out on 3 drones eventually? Is it just less efficient? Like, how would you describe the difference?
Okay, so the main reason why 16 hatch is more superior to 17, right? Because there's like most of the pros are actually going 16 unless they make a mistake, then they go for 17.
Okay.
But the main reason why they go for 16 is your hatch spawns earlier. So your creep definitely your creep will push out earlier, which means you can put down your creep tumor even further. That's one.
Alright.
And secondly, if you are against like 2 racks or 3 racks, right?
Yeah.
The earlier your hatch finish, the earlier it gains that extra 1 armor. Because when it's morphing, right, it has 0 armor. So it actually takes more damage.
Wait, so when you say 3 hatch, you mean the cheese?
Like the proxy 3 racks or proxy 2 racks.
Kingstar says so both queens can pop same time.
Yeah, and it also lines up with the queens, your lava production are also in sync, and yeah, like
Good.
it just provides
Good
so much
point,
more
Kingstar. I've
benefits.
noticed that my queen is slightly late.
Yeah,
Okay,
so if you actually
okay.
take a 16 hatch, right, your pool and your natural will finish at the same time, so you can start queens at the same time as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so by the way, every game you see, I went for this because I thought that if again because the middle's lined up, you know, I get a drone, the drone makes a hatch. But I get what you're saying. Like it's better to have the earlier one and slightly less drone.
Yeah, and if you get 18 hatched in this case, right, you already lose out one lava because your hatch is like around 8 to 10 seconds late. Yeah,
Thank you, Mr.
which
Kingstar, by
is
the
pretty
way.
big.
Okay, this happens, nothing really much happens.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so far, yeah, everything's normal. Oh,
Okay, so let you know
okay.
what happened in this game. If I remember correctly, this was a Hellion push, which I think I held okay, although I made an instinctive response which may have been wrong, because if I'm not mistaken, I went roaches. Like, I saw Hellions, I'm like, I'm gonna get roaches. I'm not so sure that was the right decision in retrospect. Like, the Hellions didn't do too much damage if I remember, but at the same time, not sure.
Oh yeah, by the way, you should try to go 20 overload instead of 19.
Why do I spend the extra lava?
So you know here, right? I think at 19 supply.
Yeah, I'm at 19 supply. I normally get the overlord.
Yeah, so 19 usually you want to get okay, so the reason why you get the 20th drone, right?
Yeah.
I mean you get the 19 drone is because once your hatch finishes, right, it gets to mine one trip and then you send it to hide in the third base.
Oh, so it's that guy.
Wait, what guy? Oh yeah.
Okay.
So the guy who becomes the third hatch is the 19th drone. So once you make the 19 drone, 19 supply drone, right? You mine like one trip before it goes to the natural, and then you pull it to hide like maybe somewhere at the back of the third base.
I didn't know drones had so much personality.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Does this work for Protoss?
You don't really need to, because the main reason why you want to send it earlier, right, for ZBT is because the Reapers will come. So you want to be hiding your drones at the a corner of the third base before the Reapers come.
Okay, but this does not apply for ZVZ, right? Because ZVZ is
yeah.
Okay.
So for ZVZ you don't need to pull it so early. You could usually for ZVP and ZVZ and ZVP, right? I take a 30 hatch. I think I start to do this in ZVT as well.
Okay, let me write this down. Send 17th drone to third base. Okay.
Oh, no, not 17th, the 19th. So 19th supply drone, so like your 20th drone. It's supposed to be your 20th drone.
Yeah, I keep getting the numbers wrong because I forget the gas drones sometimes.
Maybe you should write, I think 20th. I think 20th would be easier. Because you get the drone at 19 supply, so that means that's the 20th drone.
Okay, I wrote it down. Yeah, because I was wondering, like, well, if I got the extra drone, would it be a bit wasteful? But okay, if you're saying you send it to the third, then no problem.
Yeah, and I think you make your overlord way too early here.
The supply box problem is real in all three matchups.
Wait, actually, what happened here? Okay, this is normal.
Yeah, I think I just got the overlord too early.
Oh yeah, but I think it's still not the worst, I guess.
Yeah, I tend to sack the second overlord because I will just send him straight to the main because
I think that's fine.
Kind of figured that generally speaking, if I don't forget, then if I send it to the main, very high chance it's gonna die.
That's way too much overlords across the map. There's 3 across the map. And you want to prioritize the vision on your entrances.
Okay.
Instead of the airspace, because the Hellions will just come in, right, and you don't have any vision, so they can just slide into your natural.
I mean, this map not so bad because I did have the pillar lord, but yeah, some maps where the pillar is far away, yeah, it's bad.
No, I mean like your side of the map.
Should I still have one over at the third then? Because there's one at the pillar, one guy or one overlord that gets sacked in order to.
No, you should only send a maximum of 2. Losing 3 overlords is like pretty big, especially in the early game.
So I only send 2 across. That means overlord
Yeah.
number 3 goes to the front.
Yeah, so overlord. Okay, so your first 2 overlords. Can you see my ping?
Yeah, I can see it.
So first overlord here, right?
Pillar.
Second overlord you send in.
Yeah.
Third overlord here, fourth here, fifth here, and sixth here.
Okay, I'll have to try and change that mindset.
Yeah, because you need overlords outside your entrance. Because if Hellions rotate around, right, your queens will need to be able to like engage them.
Well,
and if your queens are out of position, right, they can just fly into your natural.
Yeah, it'll be painful.
Yeah.
As a side question, okay, by the way, Kingstar mentions that you should creep spread with queen, not inject.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, I didn't realize. Yeah, the first queen in your natural that pops is a creep queen in ZBT.
For everybody else?
For ZVP and T, I think I'll go for the inject. Okay, yeah, just standardize as inject. Because there's certain scenarios in ZVP where you want to spread creep.
Wait, so the first queen that pops in the natural, do I inject or do I...
Inject. For ZVT is inject. For ZVP and Z is... sorry. For ZVT, right, it's spread creep. And for ZVT and P, it's... ZVZ and P, it's inject.
Do I... okay, let me write that down. So this is ZVT specific.
Yes. Okay, you know what? I think I've got a rough idea what you need to work on.
Okay, so ZVZ is a separate problem because I might be changing some of my ZVZ playstyle for a couple of reasons.
2 base? Wait, what are you playing into? What is that playing play?
Fast pull into roach timing attack.
Wait, like 16 pull?
Yeah, 16 pull, that's what you call it.
16 pull.
16 but the real problem with 16 pull that I've noticed, and you were right about this, is that the creep spread is off and therefore the wall is delayed to the point that a link flood kills me anyway.
Yeah, but okay, the thing right is if you open up with roaches, right?
Okay, never mind. Let's put ZVZ aside because we're still on the ZVT section.
Alright.
So
yeah, like from here, right? You can see here, right? Like because you don't have vision outside of your creep, the Hellions could just go in and your units are out of position.
Okay, let me write this down proper. Natural queen creep spread.
Oh no. Okay, this is way too early. The Roach Orange is like it's even earlier than if you want to all in. I mean, I think right, if you're getting the Roach Orange this early, right, you should be all inning really.
Yeah, again, this is one of I remember my first games where I actually scouted the Hellions. I'm like, okay, what's good against Hellions? Well, roaches are not too bad. That was like give or take my actual thought process. There's nothing more sophisticated than that.
I think right. Okay, so the one thing that will force you to macro, right? I think you shouldn't go past like 20 links before you hit 66 rows. That's like the general rule of thumb you should go.
Okay.
Yeah, because usually when I play ZVT, right, I never go more than like 20. I usually stay on 20 before I hit 66.
And if they try and kill you, which is the secondary problem?
Yeah, if they try to kill you, right, let's say if it's a Hellbat push, you get a 4-minute Bane Nest, you should be safe against any sort of Hellbat push. Like, yeah, you can just reactively make Banes and buy time with your queens.
Kingside is asking if I forgot to pull Jones off gas. I don't pull Jones off gas because that's currently too sophisticated for my brain.
Okay, yeah, I think it's... Yeah, but this is way too much units. Like, 9 roaches is way too safe. You should be only getting like 5 maximum if you want to play safe.
Yeah.
In the early game. Like this, right? If you can see the drone count now, right? They actually have 5 more workers than you, which is super big. in this case. Like you're already behind by quite a lot. Actually, right, if you make this much units, you should just go and push. Like with these 9 Rogers, right?
Yeah.
He only has like how many Hellions? 4? Wait.
Yeah, but a tank would be
Yeah.
out by then.
Yeah, as in you can just poke with their entrance. If there's a tank, then you just back off. So,
Okay,
you can at least force some reactions from the Terran.
Okay, so the response against Hellions is Ling Bane.
No, just Ling and Queen. Lings and Queen are basically enough.
Albert?
Yeah, if they morph the Hellbat, you need Banes. But if you actually have good Queen control, right?
Yeah.
Like Queen Ling control, you don't need Banes at all.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, but even if it's this Hellbat timing, right? You could get a Roach run at 4 minutes, and you could reactively make like just 5 Roaches, and I think you'll be safe.
I'm actually thinking that I should rather like not go Roaches because they don't have that much value in TVZ beyond this point. Because if they go pure bio, I mean they kind of melts.
You can play Ravager, Ling Bane. Yeah, but okay, right now, okay, yeah, like the problem, right, is you just playing too overly safe, right? So you're actually behind your drone count, like way too behind.
Yeah, the macro is not too great. The Liberator.
Okay, I like the Overseer Scout though. I think that's a very good.
I tried.
Very good. Thought.
But I remember.
Yeah.
This is the follow-up by a push that just.
Yeah. Cause okay, so this actually like the 9 Roaches you get in the early game, right, actually snowballs into this like it actually snowballs because if you realize, right, you didn't actually take a lot of damage in the initial Hellion Hellbat push, right? Like the only thing you lost was Roaches, I believe. Sure.
Roaches, like a Queen. Like I thought, like okay, this is an okay-ish defense. Like I don't remember any drones dying.
Yeah, wait, actually you lost 8 drones.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, but 8 drones, right?
No, wasn't that like a stupid Liberator?
Oh wait,
that was
is
a
it?
Liberator in the main. Did I do sub drones here?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but this, okay, so normally in this scenario, even if you lose 8 here, it's still like okay-ish. It's not the worst scenario. You might be slightly behind, but because you spend so much, you build the defensive road so early, right? Like it actually hurts your economy, say. And you have 15 lava floating, yeah. But
yeah,
that's the main thing is to build the defensive roaches later.
Yeah, so again, like once I fended off the Hellions, I did like spend most of the lava, I think. So I drone up as like if I beat them off, I drone up. Which is honestly killing me in PvZ, but that's a separate problem.
Yeah, so right now, right, you're playing Roaches, but because I think right now if you're playing Roaches, right, you should be at least ahead by 10 supply, because Roaches are pretty supply heavy.
Yeah.
But because you're playing way too safe at the early game, right, you don't have the economy to like build up units. So it actually kind of hurts you in the long run because you don't have units afterwards.
Yeah, agreed. I remember once the Viscount was bio, I figured, okay, well, Roach Ling Bane is not the worst idea, although I did have Banes. That's the secondary problem, actually.
Let's say if you have extra gas, right, you could even morph like 3 Roaches into Ravagers, so you can bow tanks down.
Still need to remember to make the stupid things, but yeah.
But okay, so right here, right, let's say if I'm floating 1k, I will actually get 4 queens, 3 queens. I'll just start up 3 queens and pull the rest of the queens in front, just to use them as like combat units.
I'm trying to remember to do that, but the panic.
Yeah, it's. I think it took me quite a while to get used to it as well, especially when to make queens behind that. Yeah, but the main problem is I think more of like the playing overly safe. And I think you need to work on the build order, especially like even like not including the 16 hatch, but as well as like the first 4 minutes. like the timings, like for example the drone timings, the roach drone timing, main nest timing should be like fixed.
Okay. Alright, so if you don't mind, let me pause a second. Let's go over the overall game plan.
Mm-hmm.
Because and this is okay, this is an even bigger problem with PvZ, but I'm trying to figure out like what exactly do I want my win condition to be. Like okay, like give you an example. When I was learning to play Terran, my win condition was I would survive until I get my 4 bases, my 8 maxes, my 3 factories, and my 3 starports. And try to kill them either with 2-2 or failing that with 3-3 and +2 vehicle weapons. Kinda standard for all 3 matchups with some variation here and there, especially on like how you get there.
Yeah.
And because again that forced me to defend against all the bullshit that they throw at you.
Yep.
And then have like the strong macro army. I'm wondering what should my win condition, and again for Protoss it was something similar. 4 bases, attack with +2, the standard crested build. But I'm trying to think like, okay, what should be my Zerg win condition? Tech to lurkers? Should I?
Okay, so I think the first important thing is like the drone count.
To try and reach the
85. It should be at least 80 at the bare minimum.
Yeah, drone to 85.
Yeah.
There was one game I managed to do that. Just like
I think okay, so I think for ZVT, right? Even if you are pretty ahead, as long as they're just turtling up on like 3 base, right? I don't think you can kill them. It's just how Zerg works, man.
Okay.
Like I think like unless you're like you have like an overwhelming force, right? Then you can kill Terrans. Because Terrans, right, as long as because you only have link banes, right? Imagine if they have like 2 tanks on the high ground and you can never kill the tanks. You just can't break them. So the only way is to tech up. And like tech up the ultras and kill them. Okay, maybe we should have like a composition gameplay. You know? Like
that is a big problem. Even bigger in ZV. Oh hey Dream Toss, thanks for popping by. Against Hellions I think you can defend with just links and queens. Yeah, I'm working on that.
Okay, maybe we could write down like the general composition for like let's say ZVT. We could start with ZVT.
Absolutely needed. Again, the old composition was 66. Am I reading the right part? Wait.
Oh wait, this.
Yeah, it says here go 66 drone roach for Avenger push +1. The problem is that I've not been able to pull that off either in PvZ or TvZ. So I'm thinking, okay, if I could play the macro game and get used to like droning up and stuff, I think that would be better.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe you might want. Okay. So like in general, right? Like for the standard bio, right? Against bio.
Yep, I took it down.
Okay. So against bio, you want to have either Lingbane Hydra or just Lingbane Hydra. I think that's the easiest to play. So your option to transition into late game is you can play Lurker or Ultras, up to you.
I will go Lurker.
Okay, and I think you can get some Vipers as well if you actually need it.
Alright, Vipers pretty useful in the one game I got them to work.
Maybe you could actually add Corruptors, like in certain scenarios, because like if they have like a lot of Liberators and stuff, you could have like a handful of them.
By the way, I do want to ask at this point, like on a more general point. I remember the meta in especially 2018, 2016 was TvZ and TvP both is that, well, if Zerg maxes out, they can get the unstoppable army and eventually win. Is that the case right now? Does Zerg max out, get more bases than everybody else, and can theoretically...
For ZVP, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend playing late game. I think. Okay. So the thing, right, is, Infestor, Broodlord, Corruptor is still the best army, like without a doubt. It's still the best. It's still the strongest army composition. But the thing is, right, in order to reach there, it's gonna take you like so much resources, and you probably die before you reach there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty hard to play against Protoss now because like yeah, unless I mean usually if they are on top of their feedbacks, right, you never get any attacks at all.
At my level, it's a problem of whether they know how to use feedbacks versus whether my attacks are any good. Okay, but okay, no, I've got off the main track. That's for PVZ, which I've got the largest amount of problems again. Sticking Protoss. Anyway, okay, so.
Oh yeah, actually, right. I would recommend playing Ultras instead of Lurkers.
Really?
Yeah, because right. Okay, so let's say if you are going for like a Link Bane Hydra Ultras, right? Like okay, maybe let's say the worst thing you can add is like Vipers. So what you can do is you pre-split your army, you A move, then you select all your Banes, you move command, then you bring your Vipers in and Cloud, right? Okay, let's keep it simple. Okay, so let's say you just A move with Link Bane, Hydra, and Ultras, and then you just move command your Banes. That's all, right? But for Lurkers, right, you have to, if you actually burrow them at the wrong timing, right, you'll either get them like, they'll either die before they reach the tank, or they'll just burrow too early, right, and then you'll never reach the bio. Like, you have to you have to keep unburrowing and burrowing them. Like, yeah, it's like another layer of like, micro you need to.
By the way, thank you, Dream Toss. He says that I find Lurkers more annoying than Ultras. I completely agree. That's part of the reason why I want to play Lurkers. But the other reason is that as a Terran player who has eventually learned how to siege his tanks, put his liberators, and set up choke points, that is honestly the more natural response to me. I think I'll try a mixture of both and see what I get. The other reason is that if I go the Hydra route, I'm already teching into the Lurker. But it felt like the more natural progression. You know, like you get a Robo, you get Immortals, and then you get Colossi and Disruptors, that kind of thing. I don't know.
But yeah, I would recommend Ultras, but if you want to go Lurkers, right, it's fine as well. Because I think they're both viable.
I'll probably try a mix of styles and just see which one is ultimately better. Because I haven't really touched Ultras yet. Okay, so important question: what timing should I be on 85 drones?
Okay, this is
it's a hard one, I know.
Yeah, it's a very vague question because right, like there can be like any like there's too much variables, right, for you to be able to like have a specific timing. Because they can do like a early push, or they can even be turtling and stuff. Like there's too much variables in the game, right, that it's a little bit hard for you to determine when you get.
But here's the thing, I did at least like a general rough estimate, because then I know whether my macro is like too far. Okay, again, this is the approach I took with Terran, because Terran, what's his face? Oh, my Terran mentor. Okay, I'll give credit. Claire or Ares now. He told me that look, 9 minutes you should be on 4 bases, 8 racks, 2-2 done, preferably. Not get supply blocked. Have your factories. Your starport should be on the way. And that was like the bar I set. Okay, this is the macro cycle I need to hit. Yeah, even accounting for bailing drops and whatever. My question, I'm just wondering if Zerg has anything that I can use as a benchmark. Is there a specific timing I should be on, like 66 drones then, on my way to 85?
Okay, so for 66, right, it's definitely more it's not as vague as 85. Because okay, so for 66, right, you want to be hitting around, okay, ideally, right?
Yeah.
You want to have 66 at around 6 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay, let's just take a look at how many drones you have at 6 minutes, okay? Like just for reference.
Oh yeah, this game where I needed to survive. Yeah, it's probably.
Okay, you want to guess how much?
It says here. It says so right here. It says 40 because I'm.
Okay. Yeah. So 40. Okay, let's add the 6 drones that you have. So you're actually only on 46 drones.
Yeah.
Which is like a bit off.
Yeah.
But I think if you play Link Bane Hydra, right? Okay, so for Link Bane Hydra, you can actually stay on 5 gas.
What does that mean now?
Yeah, so for 66, it means 3 mineral saturate, 3 base mineral and 6 gas, right?
Oh, all the gases, yes.
Yeah, that's 66 drones. But for Hydras, right, you can actually just stay on 5 gas.
Okay.
Until you tag up. Yeah.
Even accounting for the bids I'm making.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you take them at the like not too late, right? Like normal timings, it should be.
Okay. Kingstar says that the Ultra is easier to control in ZVT, but ZVP definitely Lurker stronger.
Yeah.
By the way,
Problem with lurkers, it means late game usually.
yeah. By the way, Kingstar, which one do you play?
Unfortunately.
Since you're here, well, okay, we'll let Mr. Kingstar respond. I'm curious whether he goes Lurker. Since we have a fellow Zerg. Okay. So now I've got a little bit more of the plan. 66
Oh yeah,
zone should be.
you might want a plan for mech, right? I think, or it's.
Okay, I do have one mech game, but it's pretty long. It's extraordinarily scrappy.
It's still like we could just talk about like the composition and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
So like maybe you could be like you sort of have like a composition game plan before you
Swamp host.
you hop in.
Swamp host, road to adventure.
Yeah. So okay. So if like okay for
Yes.
mech, right? I think it's much simpler. Okay. So usually right, you always play Ravager Link Bane. So if there's a lot of tanks, you get Storm Hosts. If there is PCs, you get Corruptors. That's all. Pretty simple.
Yeah. And I try to break them and harass them with the Swarm Host. Fight the tanks if necessary. Slowly wither away the mech.
Yeah. In general, right, you want to jump the tanks with the Storm Hosts, especially if they are siege closed up.
Yeah.
If not, right, you could just like right click the Planetary Fortress.
Oh yeah, Bane run-bys are helpful. I mean, the thing about mech is that the reason it's so abstract is that ever since I asked you about those 3 mech games, I've faced one mech player and I've not faced a competent mech player, to be perfectly honest. So the bio and the Banes, oh god, not the Banes. Do you want to see the other bio game with the drops?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's head there. Because the question I have is that, okay, so I don't want to make too many units because that means less drones, obviously.
Ideally, right, you should be making units of 66. Or at least 60 drones.
Correct, but my question then is at least at my level, should I have safety Banes because if
Are you going Roaches or Banes?
I'm trying to go Banes rather than Roaches because Roaches just fall off against Marauder tank.
Yeah, in general, right, I usually don't get safety Banes unless I see them morphing hell. Unless I see Hellbats, right? Then I'll just pull all my links to like the natural and morph the Banes at the natural so that they couldn't kill them before they morph.
Kingstar's a Lurker player, he says. Well, that's the thing, most Terrans don't know how to play against Lurkers, so that's another problem. Most Terrans are facing a club.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so like back to the safety Banes thing, right? There's only certain scenarios where I make like safety Banes because they cause gas, right, which affects your upgrades and stuff. So like usually if I see maybe like 8-10 Hellions around, right, I would maybe morph like 2 to 4 Banes, safety Banes.
But then the bio pushes? Because you need the Banes to smash into the Marines if not.
Okay, so for bio pushes, right, it's not about numbers, it's just how much you can afford.
What?
So so for example if you have like a lot of gas, right, you can just naturally get a lot of Banes.
Okay.
But if you don't have the gas, right, then you can't afford Banes.
Alright,
so it's just depending on your gas income.
Alright, fair point.
Yeah. But I honestly, right, I don't think there's a general ratio of Banes, I guess. But I don't think you want to get like 1-to-1 ratio. I think that's not the best, I think. Yeah, usually you don't want to be like 1-to-1 ratio, but maybe something lesser than that would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, like maybe 30 to 40% of your units are Banes. Like that would be like the max. Like if you can afford it.
By the way, do we make? Oh, by the way, if we're playing Link Bane Hydra, like once the Hydra then is done, do we bother making any Hydras?
Okay, once the Hydra then is done, right?
Yeah.
You honestly don't need Hydras that early.
Most of the time,
you should prioritize like your upgrades first.
Muscular augments and groove spines.
Yeah. So for yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Okay, so you see here, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I have no idea whether you. Okay, so here. Wait, actually, do you open up?
I'll put up relatively normal, I think. Which by the way means 17 hatch.
Okay, yeah. This is fine. This is fine. Oh yeah, if you want the timings for like 16 and 17 hatch, right? They are 16 hatch should start at 50 seconds and 17 should start at 52 seconds. So you should roughly know like if you are behind or ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, what do we? I'm sorry. What are we looking for right here?
That's the time where your natural drops.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm still. I mean, in all the games prior Protoss, I would rally the drone down. Which I
Oh yeah. Because for Protoss and Terran, you always rally, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been rallying the drone down. Even for Zerg actually. Zerg, it depends whether I got everything correct. Then it would line up via minerals. Okay, here comes the Reaper, and the Reaper actually knows what he's doing.
Okay. Yeah, so actually here, right?
Yeah.
You should have your 20th drone like returning the minerals back to the natural. Like right now. So once you return it, right, you rally them like to the back of the third base and hide it straight away.
Oh yeah, cause it would be here before the Reaper. Is that
Yes. Like if you hide it now, right?
Yeah, too late.
The Reaper will come in and then you just need to juggle your links and just wait for
My links were a bit late, right?
You only have 2 links, so yeah, that was a big problem. Yeah, like right now, right, your hedge is gonna be delayed, so that's a problem.
Yeah, it took me a few seconds to realize that. Oh wait, I'm fighting a Reaper. I haven't gotten my hatch. So yeah, it was late.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Usually, right, the worst case scenario is if they do a bunker block, your third hatch should drop around 330. Yeah, that's so 330 is still fine, but because you got your hatch late, right? That means you have a lot of minerals floating.
That happens.
So it naturally happens if you get your hatch block. So you just get more queens instead.
Okay.
Which you're doing in this case, which is pretty good. Yeah, but right now, right, there's 13 lava floating, like even 3 minutes. So that's a big problem.
Yeah. What was I doing?
Our army be scrapping.
Again, we'll try for Hellion specific, although I will try not to do that in future.
Yeah, but I think this is still fine. Like, because if you're against BCs, right, the links are gonna have like a much tougher time against Hellions.
So maybe a safety roach one?
Yeah, so usually you only choose one. It's either Banes or Roaches. You don't get both.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably try and hit Banes. By the way, is there like a mental cycle you now have to not get freaking supply blocked?
Okay, so usually, right?
Yeah.
Like when I make units, like before I make when I make units, right, I'm always looking at the supply. Like as for the early game. So for example, if I'm clicking on all my lavas, right?
Yeah.
I'll be looking on top of my supply. So if I realize that I'm gonna need overlord soon, right? I'll just leave like the last 2 lava or something to make overlords.
I've been trying to like figure that out because multiple games across all races I'm getting supply blocked. I'm thinking if it makes sense, like okay, so as you mentioned in the first lesson, it's inject, spread creep, and then drone all in one order or the other. So there's a cycle to that, a rhythm, as Neo puts it. If I make 2 overlords, okay, 2 overlords if I'm going heavy roach, but 1 overlord every time the cycle starts. Do you think that would mitigate the problem?
Yeah, I think that's fine. But that only okay. So like the 1-2 overlord thing, right, only applies for like early game. So like if early game, right, usually you just only want to get 1 overlord at a time, unless you know that your overlord is dying across the map, so you just get an additional one.
Then what happens in the later game, mid game?
Yeah, so for later game, right, maybe when you're like on 3 supply, like 3 base saturation, you might want to get like 2 to 3 overlocks. Because because you're gonna be producing much more than when you're like 2 base.
That's a
for
fair
example.
point.
Yeah, so maybe you could like have like sort of fixed, what do you call it? Maybe like a SOP or something. Like maybe on 3 or 4 base, you make like 2 to 3 overlords at a time.
I think I'll try that because my Terran and Protoss way of getting our supply blocks was different. But anyway, okay, we can continue.
Yeah, like in this case, right, you're not actually floating a lot, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I will. Spoiler alert, I will float a lot in the Protoss games, partially because I'm thinking, what the heck should I be doing?
Nice.
Okay.
Anyway, how's
okay, so here, right,
yeah.
your layer is kind of late. Yeah, so let's say if they have a Banshee, right, a cloak, if they're playing Cloak Banshee opening, right, you might be taking like a lot of damage. The Cloak Banshee should hit around 5 minutes.
That
I
is
think.
true.
Yeah. But at least you have 1 spawn in the main base, so I think it's not
I think
that
I was
bad.
very certain that a Liberator was coming. Like, I saw 4 Hellions and like, I know what this, I know what this, of course.
So the way to tell, right, if there's Liberators coming is if you see across the map, if there's no tech lab, no add-ons, right, it means either Medivacs or Liberators. Usually it should mean Liberators. But in some case, right, it can be like the 4 Hellion drop thing.
I mean, the Spore Caller would still be useful in just about every situation.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a few to the stupid Liberator.
And oh yeah, I think you don't have. Okay, yeah. So this is the problem where you don't have a rally point.
Partially.
For anything, like as in like the what do you call it? The other rally point, the not the worker one.
The unit rally point.
Yes, like all your units are just at the
natural most. Doesn't survive. The new ones are at the natural.
Okay, so when you make a third hatch, right?
Yeah.
You should start up your rally points immediately. So that's what I usually do. So like, in case I forget them. But like even for Terran and Protoss.
Okay. So you were saying to put them somewhere.
Yeah, just tuck it at the natural entrance. I think that's fine.
Okay, there. Okay, this is. Let me write this down somewhere. Where should I write it down? Yeah, about here. Rally.
Usually I just place them like in front of the most central place in like all of my bases. That's usually what I do. But in this case, right, you wouldn't need to like set the rally points because you would be making roaches and hotkeying them from the lava itself already.
I theoretically should be doing that, yes.
Yeah, so you wouldn't need the rally points. Like the only time I use the rally points, right, is when I miss hotkey the X. So I didn't get them into the hotkey. So that's where I use it to like re-hotkey my stuff.
Yeah, I'll have to work on that again. That is a mechanic that literally no other race uses. But yeah, I'll try to get that in the next time.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of similar to like what do you call it, Terran, right? Like for example, if you so let's say if you miss, you forget to hotkey your eggs.
Yeah.
So you just do like the Terran rally, you know, like you rally to a supply depot or something.
Yeah.
Then you just pick them up later.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I normally just rally them to a point, but yes.
Yeah, so if you rally them to a point, right, you can just pick them up afterwards and hotkey them in.
Yeah, I'll try and like set my rally points. That's not something I've been doing.
Oh my gosh, they're attacking our creep tumors.
Okay, right now, right, I think you kind of take. Actually, wait. I think your weight. Yeah, you're just too low on drones. So
is that
yeah.
due to the eject or like the too many roaches, or did I lose a bunch of? I lost 7 drones. That happened.
Yeah, I think you just didn't make drones. You might be okay. Usually in this case, right, you should be floating lava. In this case, which is right here, I think.
Oh yeah, I did eject the hatch when the Liberator was doing its thing.
Yeah, it gets messy in this point. I get what you mean, because like you have like attack in the main base, then you have to hold like the third base.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this in this situation, right, you have to remind yourself to like spend your lava. That's the most important thing.
Over ejects.
Yeah, like both of them, I think,
Okay.
ideally. But in this case, right, let's say the Liberator is shooting, right, you don't need to inject that base. You could just eject the other bases.
Yeah,
But-
remembering to go back and eject during an attack is hard.
Yeah. So I think that's like something you have to like keep note.
Yeah, that's gonna take a
Yeah.
lot of practice, but eventually I'll get there.
Our base! They're attacking our base!
It's remembering to spam your buildings after. Yep, so the Hellions get in to kill a few more drones, and the drone car has been.
Yeah, see, like whenever like a distraction happen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Do you see this? Do you see this part where you make okay here we are. Okay, here you have 7, right? You have 7 lava.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe 10 lava, right?
Yeah.
You make where is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's made of lava. Okay, that's fine. Okay.
I spent all the lava because I thought like, oh, the Hellions have been driven off. I can drone up a bit more safely now. I've got my roaches and
Yeah,
greens.
that's nice.
The
That's
Liberator
okay.
is dead. They are so annoying.
Yep. Your upgrades should kick in like right now. Okay, usually if you don't pull off gas, right, you can get a evolution chamber earlier. Just to get upgrades.
Yeah. By the way, let's talk about gas. When do we take all these gases again? Because against okay, bigger problem against Protoss called the roaches, but when do we take these gases?
Okay,
I normally
so
just take them after the layers.
usually, right, I think I take my second and third gas around 440. Like if I'm feeling good, like if I didn't lose any drones and stuff, I'll get around 440. But let's say if I lose like a few drones to Hellions, right, I'll just delay the gas like around 10 to 15
But when you're
seconds.
not playing roaches like that, what is a pure link main? Link queen style. Okay.
Yeah, but I still would have enough to make like 8 mains. Let's say if like there's a Hellbat push coming.
I need to get my baiting nest earlier.
Yeah,
Because if the guy did go Hellbats proper, I would have been in trouble.
but you had roaches in this case, so you wouldn't die. Because you already had a safety roach on.
Yeah, but the safety roaches messes up the gas timing because roaches suck up gas surprisingly fast.
Yeah, but I think you should still have gas, right? Because you're mining, you didn't pull off drones, and the only gas you spent was on lair, so you should have like quite a lot of gas.
I've got a decent amount.
Yeah, I think like for against Hellbats, right, you just need 5. Like if I'm able to afford 8 Banes, right, so you should be able to afford 8 roaches as well. Like because they use the same amount of gas.
So we said it's more about the drone count. Yeah, you were saying that I should. Okay, I remember you were saying that once my natural is on 10 drones, then I get my.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah,
Do I
it's the
get
rough.
double gas or single gas?
Okay. So once I finish up like almost 3 base saturation, right, I get my second and third gas on the natural, and then I get my 5th and 6th gas.
Over at the.
4th and 5th gas, sorry.
Over at the other place.
Okay, so the natural's gas, right, the second base gas.
Okay.
You get them when you're like around 2.5 base saturation mineral.
Okay, wait, hold on. So the way I tend to think of, well, most of StarCraft is still in terms of build orders. So, do I get the lair first, or do I aim for the 10 drones first? 10 drones at the third.
For lair, right, I think it should be like a timing.
Also,
Like-
lair is timing not dependent on drones at all.
Yeah, lair is not dependent on drones at all.
But
It depends on if you want to be safe, right? If you want to play like the safer style, right, which is you get Bane speed into 1/1 upgrades, you get 4-minute lair. That's the safest style because you get Bane speed earlier, right? And you would be safer against like let's say a tank push because you have Bane speed.
Oh yeah, that main speed important.
Mm-hmm.
Died to freaking who because I didn't have it. I would die
Yeah.
anyway, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, Siowy is right actually. So three mineral lines before adding second and third gas. It applies to like basically everything. I think in ZVT, even in ZVP as well. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, like the gas saturation and the mineral saturation, right, is almost the same in ZVT and P.
Okay.
If the Protoss playing Stargate.
Ah, but if they're not, then it's a roach problem.
No, if you're playing adepts, right, you're supposed to defend with one gas.
There's enough for okay, but that's because no bins and we spend all the gas on roach, right?
Yeah, roaches. You don't get lair at all.
The robo bills, how okay, never mind. Put the pin for P. Okay, so this is the first game that the Terran actually drops me. Like actually does this multi-pronged harass, which all Terrans should.
Okay, so here 10 overlords. That's not good.
Forces are under.
I probably just panicked and like spent all the
Yeah.
lava. Because he killed like a couple of overlords via the drops and then yeah.
Okay, actually you have good creep spread on your main base, but you need to have vision here. And your units, right, you need to be like looking at the minimap and rotating like straight away.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that he was gonna drop again in the main, hence some roaches and ravages are coming and then
Yeah, in this case, right, I don't think you can split your units because they're just gonna kill. There's not enough to split. So okay, like for the low ground, right, there's actually nothing to defend. Like you can just lose the creep tumors, right? It would be fine. It's more important to defend the main base where you lose drones.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so like in this case, right, if you have not enough units, just sack the creep spread. It's fine. It's fine to lose creep tumors.
This is all like I think this is the game that got me like, you know what, forget roaches. Like they can't even take on marines.
Okay, the reason why they can't take on marines, right, is because you don't have enough roaches at all.
That's another problem.
Yeah, like if you're in position, right, if you actually came up straight away after you cleared the bottom, right, I think you should still be able to defend. My problem was like the drone count. Like you're still only on 46 drones, which is way too little.
Yeah.
I was thinking, okay, I think the main issue right now, right, like the reason why you have so much problems, right, is because you don't really have a build order, like a plan at the early game. Like maybe like regardless of whether it's like a supply or timing, like you don't know. I think you're not really sure when to get the buildings and stuff, right?
Partially. The thing that I identified is that I don't like, again, we just talked about the 85 drones with BioLink made Hydra Lurker proper. And then it occurred to me that I didn't really identify that, therefore I wasn't really working towards like a good I was working towards 66 drones. But then I'm like, well, how do I win the game after that? That was what I thought. You're
but
not
I think
too far.
the problem, right, like was like based on these two replays you show, right, I think the problem was like even before reaching 66 drones, like you're pretty behind in terms of like drone count and stuff. There should like be like for me, right, I have like a solid game plan, like on what to get, what timing should my buildings drop, and like the gases to start, and the drone count should be like before 6 minutes. Like before 6 minutes, right, I have like what do you call it? Like a build order already. Like it's only after 6 minutes, after 66 drones, right, where I kind of like freestyle a little bit, and depending on what the opponent does, I react.
You said 66 drones is 6 minutes, right?
Yeah, I should be hitting at 6 minutes.
Okay.
That's the best timing.
And this is the minimum number of
60. Okay, like 60 should be the minimum for 6 minutes.
As in we deprioritize units. We kind of only get units. Wait, let me
okay,
just
so
links.
For 6 minutes, right, I should usually have like 10 and like 20 links, maybe like 7 to 8 queens and around 60 drones at 6 minutes.
Okay.
Like we could hop in like a replay and I could just fast forward and show you.
Sure.
Wait, hang on.
I assume this applies for some PVZ.
Yeah, it applies for PVZ as well.
PVZ is a separate problem.
Yeah, honestly, I think the hardest part, right, is to scout the opening tech. Like when I was like in Diamond and Low Masters, like that was the worst thing. Cause if I don't get the scout right, I start to panic because I don't know what building is it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And because you don't know whether to build units. Because if you don't build units, you draw too much, they walk in with whatever and you die.
Yeah, like it happens both ways. If you make too much units, you just lose out if they don't attack. But if you build too little units, you just die if they attack.
Dude, the other problem I'm having here is that they go for stuff that no one does because they're freaking platinum.
Okay. Okay, but I think like ideally your starting build should be around the same. Okay, wait, hang on. Okay, so okay, see here, right?
What am I looking for?
Okay, you see my 20th drones already at the natural.
Yes.
So once you finish one trip, it goes to hide, like at the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, but in this case, right, because there's SCV blocking, so I can't start my hatch.
Do I actually, if possible, like stop droning in order to get the next hatch?
Okay, so there's kind of one way to do this. You can like cut your. Okay, so you can cut your link speed and get a third hatch first. Then you get a link speed.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's two options. So usually the one you have been doing, right, is third hatch. Is link speed into third hatch, right?
Kinda. I mean, the
Yeah,
big problem
so-
for me with link speed is that sometimes I forget to get it ASAP.
Yeah, like that's pretty big because,
By the way,
because
hi.
Hellions gonna.
By the way, hi Leo, thanks for tuning in, and hi Ziki Yo. Yeah, he was saying that you're a bit loud, but I've adjusted the Discord. It's cool.
Okay.
Thanks for the feedback. By the way, people in Twitch chat land, first of all, thanks for tuning in. Second, if there any like feedback, just let me know in chat, and I'll fix what I can. I'm on the go. You know, make it a good show.
Yeah, so like right
okay,
now,
wait.
right?
So the question was about droning before taking the third.
No, that's for like like you should still get it around 28 supply, I think. Unless you are super scared of the SCV block, right? You can skip the link speed and go for like a 26 hatch. I think usually that should finish like in time for SCV block. Okay, wait. Okay, actually, you might wanna. Okay, maybe we could fast forward to like 6 minutes, where we could see the drone count and stuff.
Okay, so I see you're making drones, overlord drones. You have a nice bunch of queens. Okay, tell you what, slow down and can we go back before the Hellions hit? Because I want to see how you defended that.
Okay, so so the links, right?
Yeah.
The links should never be engaging the Hellions.
They'll
like
just
the
die.
queens should always be engaging first.
Links will just die, yes.
Yes. So the links, right, are just like a safety net. If they dive in, right, you go for a surround. They'll be sandwiched in between your links and queens, and they'll just take a lot of damage.
But that's a kind of situational because it depends on how well him control. By the way, Siowy says that Lambo and Laser prefer 30th hatch.
Yeah. Like I always get 30 hatch, but that's if you're afraid of getting SCV block.
Okay.
Like that's the extreme measure you can do. You just get
Okay.
26 hatch and skip link speed first.
I'll try to
But
keep
yeah,
it simple.
usually I always get link speed into 30 hatch.
Okay, so the Hellions are here, you just rotate the queens around. I mean, I see your overlords are in position, so you can kind of...
Yeah, so I can always see the Hellions position, and I just rotate my queens accordingly.
Yeah, he can't contest the Hellions.
Yeah.
I mean, one day when I face Battleback, it's gonna be another problem, but no one's got Battleback yet.
Yeah, like, so here, right, because I have the overlord vision, I can just follow the Hellions.
So you have 3 queens on the hotkey perpetually walking around.
Yeah. Like, because he had so much Hellions, right, I think I got 4 in the end.
You got what now?
Okay, now you can just stay on 3 queens, 3 to 4 queens will be fine.
Oh, so he says thanks for the advice on the 30th hatch. 30 hatch.
Yeah. Should always be 30th hatch.
Okay.
Oh yeah, actually this is a bad game example because I'm going for like a
Muta.
no, like this is a specific muta build. That's why I don't have a lot of drone count.
62 lah, not too far. But yeah, I'm not touching Spire because micro.
Yeah, like it should by right it should have 60, I think, like right now. Like yeah. Okay, even now, so you see 7 queens, 20 links, and 57 drones. With like 5 more incoming, so it should be like around there.
Wait, so the Zerg mindset is be fully saturate 3 bases, then consider the 4th.
The
just
4th
five?
should. Okay, so usually you should drop your 4th at 545. 540 actually, 540. That should be
Okay.
the range you're hitting. But because I'm going for a specific build, right? That's why my 4th is late.
Let me
Yeah.
check. Yeah, 4th space at 540, yeah.
Yeah, 540. This should be the
Okay,
optimal time.
okay, wait. Should I prioritize fully droning up the 3rd or prioritize the 4th?
You should always hit droning the. You should always drone the 3rd first. It's
Okay.
the most important.
Okay.
Because if you're just making 4th base without droning the 3rd, right? You just won't have like enough money to saturate the 4th as well.
Okay. Got it. Can.
Yeah, so ideally, right?
Mhm.
I think here, okay, even like 540, right? I've already like 51 drones, I guess. Yeah, it should be. Yeah. Okay,
It's
wait.
fine.
I think you shouldn't. Okay, this is a bad example because
It's okay.
the gas, right? The gas timing I took is much earlier because I'm going Spire. So it's a little
Yeah,
different.
so it's
Yeah.
okay, it's fine. I mean, the Hellions were still useful. I need to put my overlords out there.
Yeah. So ideally, right, you should have like 300 minerals right here, because I spend them on early gases and Spire, which
Kingstar
yeah.
says that, but a lot of time you can afford the 4th while joining the 3rd.
Oh yeah, you should be able to. Like, it's only in this scenario, right, where I can't afford.
Kingstar, let me tell you, my macro is gonna be so bad that I could probably afford both.
Yeah, but even
at like 6
yeah.
minutes.
6 minutes is fine actually. 540, right? You should have enough minerals.
I mean, this is assuming I don't take drone damage, which defending against Hellions and drops. Because the 211 drop can hit at about 5 minutes if the guy knows what he's doing.
Okay, 211 is another problem. So 211, right? You want to have minimum 48 drones, then you start making links.
Okay, so let's put that in the Protoss section, because the Protoss is the one that I have now forced myself to stop droning at certain points. If not, I just die.
Okay, so actually it's
but it's kind of the same, right?
It's just like this. It's just 48 drones, 32 links, then back to drone. That's all.
Banes?
You don't need Banes for the first 16 Marines.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So that's all you need to do, like for 2-on-1. Like the first 16 Marines, right, it should just be like this. That's all. I was thinking, right, maybe you could do like a demo 5-minute build order stuff. Like to fix on the build order stuff. Like get used to it. Like
just like play it now? Sure.
Yeah, like I could guide you on like the rough build order. So next time you have like a replay, like go back on something. I don't know if that's.
I don't mind. The question is how much time, because there's still Zerg, which.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like a maximum of 5-6 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah, we're just gonna be focusing only on the 5-6 minutes. Yeah, I think maybe 6 minutes. Yeah, so we could actually take a look at your drone count and see.
Alright, it's a practice. Let's do this.
Wait, actually, you should give me I think referee, right? So I could unpause like straight away. I've unlimited amount of unpause, I think.
Alright, let me just create the lobby that I can put you accordingly.
Yeah.
Just waiting for.
It's the same thing for me as well.
Okay.
Wait, maybe I could try creating lobby.
Voids are so broken. They're tough to deal with, absolutely. But there's always.
Who's complaining about voids?
Yeah, I know. But there's always just a really nice. I'm not sure what this one is versus 211.
Heuristic, I think.
What is this super cheap English?
Yeah, but it's basically it's basically how you defend against the first 16 Marines. Then the subsequent drone count, right, depends on how much damage you take. Like how much damage you take based on the 16 Marines. Like if you take
it's
too
not
much,
bad.
if you take too much damage, you drone lesser. If not, you drone out.
Alright.
Greedier. It's
So
that
we can
simple.
just start, right? We don't need
So
an
you can
AI.
you should get AI. So like you can set it to like easy and macro. I think.
Does it matter if I have a... Okay,
Yeah,
doesn't
because they might attack you. Like very easy and macro economic focus. I think. But I think you shouldn't set it elite because you don't want them to attack you.
Okay,
Yeah.
Elite sometimes does a...
Economic focus. Yeah.
Okay, make it medium.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go. Move keyboard back to proper position. Put Zergling somewhere else. Okay, so the 6 minutes opening should be the same for all races. The Zerg... Never mind, let's deal with the other races first. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Good luck and have fun.
Yep, this looks fine.
Normally at this point I'll put, the GL... I have a copy and paste GLHF to tell them my stream exists.
Okay. Yeah, very nice. So now it's
Not enough minerals.
Okay, so...
yeah, that's good so far.
This is what I need to remember, which is that I send the drone down and I don't make drone.
Yeah, so just make 2 drones first.
And pop.
Okay, so now you just wait for 180. And you just wait to pull 1 drone down.
And trip complete, drone comes
Yep,
down.
nice. So now you just wait for the hatch to start up. Then you make a drone.
Minerals now.
Okay.
Get them.
Overlord
Yeah, very
is-
nice. Oh, very important. Yeah, that's very good. So so this first drone, right, rallies to minerals. Second drone to gas.
Not enough minerals.
Then the third drone to pool. Yep. Okay. Very nice. Yep.
Set up cabin location hotkeys. His
Yeah,
gas
that's
guy
good.
here. Okay, gas guy is here.
Then you should line up 200. Yep. Just nice. So the next 3 drone goes to gas.
Minerals now. Get them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yep,
2 drones
nice.
already rallied to gas. So 1 more drone into gas,
One more.
and then the guy after the drone after that is third base.
Yeah. Drone after that is third base. You can actually just send them. Okay, no. You can send him across straight away. I think if you don't want to like, if you want to simplify things. Okay, so 1 drone here. Yeah, you can just send him to third base. It doesn't matter here.
Okay,
Yeah, it just makes him mine like one more trip.
that is the overlord.
Yep.
And the
Nice.
overlord goes somewhere out to the front of my gate.
Yeah, that's right. It's
Okay.
a good position.
Uh,
Yeah, then now you can start your double queens and 2 links. It lines up perfectly.
Oh, that's where you get
Yeah.
2 links. Okay.
Yeah, so usually you want to hide these drones because there's like the Reaper coming. Yep, so the next thing you want to focus is your link speed. Yep, nice.
Then the next 2 drones,
Yeah,
just drones.
Yeah, so you drone up to 30 supply. Yeah, 2 more drones.
Our army be scrapped.
Yeah, nice. So now is where you just micro with the links
Don't I
and
get a
stuff.
third base?
Just now, like 30 supply.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're just waiting for like 300 minerals while you micro with your links.
You made not enough minerals. Minerals now. Get them.
Okay, so
Okay.
the natural one puts a quick humor. Yep, nice.
Then 2 more
Not
queens.
enough minerals.
Okay, so
Why do you need an
usually
overlord?
usually I just make 1 queen right here. Then I make okay. So usually I get a 30 supply queen and a 32 supply overlord, which is now. You just get correct. So now you just keep droning. You just keep droning to 36.
Minerals now.
So
Get 'em.
Okay. So I don't bother about Roach
You're gonna
Ward or
need
any
a
of those
tad
kind
bit
of
yeah,
more
things.
it's, yeah. Like the earliest safety stuff you should drop is 4 minutes
We
or
need
3
more scum.
50.
Okay, slight supply block, but Overlord pops, more drones
Not
come
enough
out,
minerals.
more injects come down.
Yeah, okay, so here, right, you make 1 more drone. So you become 42 supply, right? And you make 1 more queen.
Get them.
Then your natural.
Evolution complete.
Yeah, so now you have like 44 supply, which is perfect. Oh wait, I think you forgot Overlord, but you can get Overlord now.
This forgot to recall the flying Overlord.
Spawn more overlord.
Yeah, you can just get 1 more Overlord. Actually 2 Overlords, because it's gonna die. Yeah.
Yep, it just died.
So here, right?
Yeah.
You wanna be drone. Okay, so you wanna hit drone, right, and send all the drones to your
The next base.
third base. Yeah, and that's where you get one more queen in the third
Need more
base.
sky elephants.
Yeah, and now is the time where you want to drop one bay nest and lair.
You made another queen. Unacceptable command.
So you get one lair and bay nest.
Yeah, about right before 420.
Yep.
Okay.
So one bay nest as well. Yep, nice. So now is where you get your maybe like 8 links. So you want additional 8 links first. You don't want to make too many. Yeah, but this in this case is fine. So right now, right?
Yeah.
I would actually go for like maybe 5 more drones to the third base. Like rally 5 more drones to the third base. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, you wanna change your rally point for the third base.
Oh,
So
right.
you don't have a rally point.
Back to
The worker one.
More energy.
Yep. So yeah, so your second and third base should be non-stop producing queens until you hit 7 or 8.
I can't
Yep.
see how many queens I have, right?
No, you have to hotkey them. That's why.
Okay, so I've got three queens on the bases plus 2, so I should
Yeah,
get.
so you need 2 more, around 2 more, 1 or 2 more. Yeah, so you see your lair and your bay nest lines up properly, so you can
Kind
get
of,
a
yeah.
slave speed, base speed straight away.
Then I can take
So
my
that's
third
yeah.
gases.
Yeah, so now right, you see you have so much. Yeah, correct. Yes. So you can actually drop your 4th and 5th gas right now because you're already saturated. 3 base. Yeah, 3 base saturated. Nice. Yeah, so the 540, right, is where you get your 4th base. Yeah.
Unacceptable command.
So actually, if you take a look right now, right? Okay, you can't see, right? But 6 minutes now, you actually have like
Tactical pod.
56 drones. Like this looks so much better. And you have like 16 links and 7 queens. Even though you're floating 1k, which is like pretty good already. So imagine if you spend the money optimally, right? You could do like so much more.
We could be on the 66 drones.
Yeah. So actually 1k minerals is like 40 links. So imagine if you actually hit 6 minutes, right? You could actually have like 56 links, 56 drones, and 7 queens.
Okay.
Yeah. So as long as you do everything tight, right, your early game, right, should be like relatively good.
Okay. Let's see what Twitch chat said. Twitch. Okay. So hold on. So Kingstar has a question. Okay, I'll just read it out for prosperity on YouTube. But so the main base 19 drones. Oh wow! So we just put out a lot of text.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, let me just read this out loud for those on YouTube in future. So main base 19 drones, including guest workers, second base saturated, and third base 13 drones. So his reply to that is, you should have camera hotkeys and rally points when you make the natural hedge. Yeah, the rally point is something I'm working on. Hotkeys I tried, I normally put it like when the game starts, I just move over in the dead time. Okay, the drone to make the hatch should be in the middle of the hatch positioning while waiting for the minerals for the hatch. 3. You need the hotkey on links. Okay, completely forgot about that. When you make them. 4. You consider camera hotkey for injects.
Yep. Yeah, that's all valid points.
Yeah, I'm too reliant on spacebar.
Spacebar is the one where you just rotate, right?
Yeah, I set all my bases on spacebar.
Oh, okay.
Which is, it helps, but I know it's not optimal. I know the hotkeys are better.
It sucks, man. Zerg stuff, because you have to inject.
See, that's the damn thing where I play Terran, I play Protoss. Camera locations are helpful, but not necessarily needed.
Yeah.
But against Zerg, I'm like, okay, time to actually learn how to do this.
Yeah, and especially when like in this case where you are getting attacked by Liberators and Hellions, right? Like it's good if you have like a camera based location, because you can just keep rotating in between your first and third.
Yep. Oh man, my Protoss MMR will skyrocket after my Zerg gets Diamond.
Yeah, but I think this was a good a good replay. Like because I'm telling you stuff like live, so you I mean you definitely be off, but you can see like the difference already. Like you actually have 56 drones at 6 minutes, which is optimal already.
Normally I was at like 40 something.
Yeah. So here, right, you just need 3 to 4 queens just to like wander
Okay.
around and block the Hellions. And let's say if they go in, right, if they
Yeah.
dive in with the Hellions, you have like 20 links to like surround them and kill them. Yeah.
Kill Hellions. That sounds awesome.
Yep.
Forward.
Okay, so yeah, this was supposed to be short,
Alright.
which is yeah. So now you actually have like a rough idea, I guess.
Okay. Okay, so the thing I do need to say, I mean, I agree with what you said that this is optimal, like, we should be getting 60 drones because, again, in my games, like, once I actually reach, like, the 60, 70 drones, I'm like, oh, I can make lots of units now. Like, I can afford all this.
Yeah.
Okay. The problem then, the little nagging part of my brain is like, but the damned Protosses.
Okay, so like for Terran,
Do we
right?
want to go to PvZ?
Yeah, we can go to PvZ now.
Oh god, okay.
Yeah, but to sum up like the ZVT drone count stuff, right, is survive to 66 drones, hold off the first push, and then you drone to 85, and then you just keep making units.
I can't. Okay, wait, but this is not the mindset for PvZ, right? Because if I do the PvZ, I might just die.
Yeah, actually for ZVP, right, it's kind of the same. You just survive to 66 drones.
Okay, that's fair. But how I survive? Oh good lord.
Yeah, but it depends a lot because Stargate, I mean Twilight and Robo, they are if they open Twilight and Robo, right, you can't go up to 66 safely, even if they have the third base. Because yeah, it's the problem.
Okay, so Siowy from Twitch chat says one good trick is to add alternate bind keys to select lava. So when you get to produce drones from lava, whenever it happens, you have 50 drones, 5 whole D. I mean, I mean, there's a lot of technicality with Zerg that I haven't fully figured out, like how the Queen ejects and a few other complicated tricks work. 15 minerals.
I get what he means.
What does he mean?
So basically, right, like usually when you make drones, you click S first, right, before you click D.
Yes.
So in this case, if you change select all lava to D, right, you just hold D.
Oh, so it's just D, 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 D.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I might consider that.
Okay,
interesting.
Can you pass me host?
Oh, right, yes. Okay, so I chose this game because it happened yesterday.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, this was like the latest. I remember being tilted after this game.
Oh wait, have I told you about the key rate stuff?
What's that now?
Oh, okay. So this is the key secret, right, to plus 500 MMR. I'm not joking, man. Not joking. Okay, maybe not 500, but 200. Like if you actually get a key rate properly, right? It so like the key rate thing, right, is when you hold a specific key, right? Then like before so there's 2 things for key rate. So one thing is the time it takes before it register like your when you're holding down the button and how many times it repeats. So like if you actually have a proper key rate, right, like you can just type A 10 times. You can type A 10 times like in half a second. Yeah, half a second.
Okay. By the way, sorry. If you're posting links, yeah, the Nightbot is set to that because there is some spam. There are bots who come and spam in the chat with like random ass links. So
I get that a lot.
Yeah, that happens, right? So
yeah.
So that one you can send me afterwards. Why don't give us exception? Yeah, how do I give you guys exception?
I have no idea, man.
Okay, I'll figure that one out. But you just PM me on Discord. I'll take a look at the Google for key filter setter.
Oh wait, I can actually send you the key rate application. It's just a small file. It's no virus. It's just to help you in your
normally I would believe it, but I know what you're studying, so
yeah. I was skeptical at first as well because when Oreo told me, right, because it was the exe file, but it was in SE2 Swarm, like Discord. Okay. So I downloaded it from there. I was a bit skeptical, but
that's fair.
Yeah, I mean it did work as intended. So Yeah.
I'll put it under experimentation. I'll see what I can get done by the next thing, or like what I can implement.
Yeah, that one's just a small change. Like you just need to before you start the game, right? You just like do something, then you'll just have like amazing kill rates.
Kickstarter, yes, bot. I actually don't know how to do that, so I'll have to figure
Wait,
that out
okay,
too.
yeah. Okay, so here right, you're forced into like the stupid third base as your natural stuff.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that's annoying. Man. I hate it. I hate it at the start, especially when I'm not used to it. It's super annoying. But yeah.
The one irony is that if they do that, like my brain automatically goes to this is probably Twilight, because that's the one thing that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
The devs.
Okay, this doesn't make sense to me already.
What, the Protoss or me?
Yeah, no, Protoss.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay, you gotta observe first into Marjorie. Is this Marjorie? I assume it's Marjorie, right?
No.
But he got double gas. Okay, I'm confused.
It's okay.
Oh, okay, Twilight.
I mean,
Okay, so
I've cut my drone production slightly because I remember, like, okay, like again, I scout the Robo. I'm like, okay, if he just hits me with Immortals and a small army right now and I have no roaches, no nothing, I just roll over and die.
yeah, okay, so I think ZVP, right? I think you have a better idea. Like in this case, right? The Roach run timing was pretty nice.
Okay.
And I think your spores timing was okay-ish. Okay, spores timing could be earlier, but it's fine. You got 3 spores, I think. You got 3 spores eventually, which yeah, like in this setup, right? Ideally, you're kind of safe against everything, right? Because yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
kinda
get
safe
fast
against
spore because I didn't scout Stargate. Because if it's
Yeah.
DTs, it hits later, then I could justify a slightly later spore.
Oh yeah, I think for DTs, right, just a rule of thumb, you should get it around like 4:10. Because DTs,
Okay.
earliest DT hit at 4:30. So it was actually a little bit slightly late, but it's still okay. Yeah, and look, I really like the link positioning there. I think that's very good.
Yeah, like
It's
this is
a
the one thing that I've been trying to. One of the
Yeah.
things I'm trying to work on.
So okay, so ideally, right, so usually, right, you can make I think the drone count was fine as well, 30, 38, 39.
Yeah.
So once you hit 38, 39, right, is where you wanna start making units, especially against Twilight or Robo.
In fact, I remember at this specific second, I was like checking like, okay, how many drones do I have? Can I afford a few more? Then I'm like, okay, if I'm not mistaken, right after this, a bunch of units are made.
Yeah, so I think this extra 4 drones is still okay. I think as long as you don't go like past, okay, so ideally, right, you want to have like 38 to 42 drones. That's like the
Then we got 5 roaches, a couple of
yeah,
overlords.
very nice. But okay, so the one thing, right? Okay, do you actually spot the third base? Because that's pretty big. Oh, nice. You actually spot the third base.
I have overlord here, I think. I think he sees
very
it.
nice.
Yeah, he sees it.
So this third base, right, should tell you like roughly it shouldn't be like heavy pressure.
You say that, but okay, but
Yeah.
okay, tell you what. Here's the thing. I've noticed that some Protosses will like just build a big army on 2 bases, and then okay, I'm sitting back, I'm like, okay, let me make more roaches because if they push me, I might just die. Then they take a third base. Then I'm thinking like, should I drone up? If I go and kill them off creep, it sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, let me drone up a bit more, let me get my 4th base, and then they show up. Like, you know, the delayed third base push.
Okay, so the third base timing, right, should usually tell you something if they want to push or not. Okay, so in this case, right, usually, I think the latest. Okay, this should be. Wait, is this late? Let me check.
Oh yes. Oh yes, it's absolutely late. It's absolutely late.
5:10.
But that
Okay,
was
5:10, right? Okay, 5. I think for Archon drop, they usually get it at 5:40, 5:30. I think, if I'm not wrong.
well, that's the thing. But I didn't see any Archons. I didn't see any of that.
As
I
in,
scouted.
like if it's Twilight, right?
Yeah.
And they get their. You usually won't get to scout their Archon. It's Archon drop. Like the only way to tell, right, is like when they drop their Nexus down. But you should be making units right now. Yeah, like right here, right? I think you actually drone up right now. After seeing the 3 adepts only.
I think I did. Let's see.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, the road speed. Yeah, I think that's really good now. I think you're in a okay position.
So that was the thing. Like I ordered a round of roaches because I didn't know. Okay, does he have a proxy pylon? Is there like a warp prism slightly out of vision? Let me get a few more. Then I killed the adepts and like, well, there's nothing else here. Okay, let me get more drones.
Yeah. Okay. This is very good reaction right here. Like, I think it's pretty nice.
I've got more experience playing against Protoss. More experience playing against Protoss.
Yeah, for here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In this case, because you can, okay, like, ideally you wouldn't want to have double upgrades in ZVP because you just can't afford them.
Huh.
Yeah. The only race that you can afford, only matchup you can afford a double guess is a double upgrades is ZVT, like this early in the game. Yeah, but it's still fine. It's not the worst.
So what upgrade do I get then?
You have to choose, I think. If you're okay, so melee, right? If you're going Ravager Link Bane, but range, if you're okay. So the main reason why you get melee first, right?
Yeah.
So that you can get the +2 Banes. It's one shot drone.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you're going for like some sort of all-in or timing, right? +1 range is better.
Let me write this down on the big sheet. The big sheet.
Yeah, like everything looks really nice here. Like I think everything is as good as you want. But okay, one small thing, right, you could have is just have link spotters here, like in these 3 locations, so that you know when the army is pushing out.
Get
Yes.
Okay, so the idea is to get to +2 melee, and then get range.
Yeah.
I remember you said Protoss forget about carapace.
Yeah, you can forget about carapace.
Until like maxed out late game, what? Just buy for buying, but okay.
Yeah, unless you're going for ultras, which is like very niche scenario.
They've got immortals.
Yeah.
By the way, yeah, Kingstar, good point. I have a few too many overlords out on the map.
Yeah, that's way too many.
Sucks, but yeah, in this case, I did scout the lack of Stargate.
Yeah, as in you should only maximum, right? You should only have like 2 overlords across the map. This is way too many. But okay, so one cheaper alternative, right? Just leave links. Like if you have a bunch of links, right? Or you can even throw links into your third base to like just check.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now I think you're in an okay position.
It's really
just
remembering to send out the spotters, which is the problem I have in all. I think everyone has that problem in all matchups, which is sending them back out consistently after they die.
Yeah, I like the first link spotter though, because he actually told you that the adepts was coming. So right now, right?
Yeah.
You should be like making units already.
I will, but that
since
was
you're already on 66.
I will, but that was for a different reason, because this is the game that I tried to go to 66 drones and just hit them. And
that's way too late already, I think. Like,
yeah, that's kind of thing I realized, which is that I can't. Very hard for me to do that kind of like 66 drone playstyle. But again, I had to stop earlier because there was like a real potential for an adept all in.
Yeah. That's right.
So I need to like rethink.
Yeah, Bane speed. Oh, you have, right? Yeah.
Don't I have Bane speed? Yeah, so I've got Bane speed, I've got my +1/+1, I've got plenty of roaches. I'm like, okay, time to go and attack him.
Yeah, but this is way. Okay, so 1,000 link minerals, right? It means 40 links.
Yeah.
There have been like more links, right? And I think that's too much Ravagers.
I would learn so later, yeah.
Yeah, like I would have cut like okay, usually I'll get like 5 to 6 Ravagers, right? I'll use the rest of the gas to morph Banes.
Okay, more Banes is good.
Yeah, Banes are like super tanky stuff, man. But you have to make sure to move command them. It's the most important part. If you don't move command them, right, it's bad.
Very aware of the Archon problem.
Yeah, like this is way too late, I think 9 minutes.
Yeah, that was the thing. I can't realize that like going for that play was not the right decision for a multitude of reasons.
Okay, so actually right here, around here, right? We see the army coming back, right? I'll just steal all the links that are currently in the third base to kill the probes, and I'll just pull my roaches back. My roach ravager back, and the Banes. I'll just leave the links to like kill the probes.
The
Like
links get good damage in, but then the roaches, no, I wasn't thinking.
yeah, like here right, you could just avoid the fight and just wait for max out again, and with Banes.
Okay.
Because yeah, like if you realize you can't fight right, just you can just back out here. Like still be fine. But losing all these ravages really expensive.
Yeah.
So one move you can do right, just which is right now, is just pull back all your ravages and leave your links to kill the probes. It's fine to sack them.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now you should be morphing Banes with it on your side, I think. Yeah.
Well, some bins, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's still not enough. You need more Banes.
So the answer to this is just more bins.
Yeah, but the problem is storm, so you have to like bait out the storms as well, which is the shitty part, man.
He's got one storm, which to be fair.
Okay, so one way right is you have like a 6 surround, like two angles at least. So you just move command the entire army and just cause Banes can survive storm, so you can just like move command there.
Did they get the okay? Never mind. That's a separate long story.
Yeah, like if you're engaging from one angle, right, with storm, right, the base will just die. So you have to like bait out the storm.
Now, I'm just wondering in this case whether it would have been better to like tech to something else rather than stay on Roach Ravager, Link Bane.
The problem is you don't have the money pack to
as in to then rather than staying on 66 and launching the attack, to have gone up to 80 and then defend. Because if I had like the main army before I lost all the Ravagers, and to be fair had more Banes, maybe I could have defended this.
Yeah, like okay, so the first thing you need to recognize, right, is when you attack, you need to know whether if you're able to win the fight. Like if you can't, right, you can just back out and drone up. It's not like you have to all in kind of situation.
Yeah, I wasn't in all in at least at that.
Yeah, so if you actually attack right and lose your army, right, it'd be a pretty bad position. So the 66 drones, right, and you just poke and you just move out with the army, right. If you think you can't win, you can just like back out. You can back off and just drone up behind that.
Yeah.
It's fine as well. Yep.
So okay, so coming back to Protoss. Okay, like this one I was thinking of before the replays, which is that Protoss has 4 if you count a potential cannon rush, but 3 main phases of attack. One is on 2 bases. Which is something what we saw here, although executed pretty badly, to be honest. Then there's another potential attack on 3 bases, sometimes with Colossus, Storm, Disruptors, that kind of thing. What? Okay, the one after that is the Golden Armada, but let's put that aside first. What composition do you think would be good to deflect and survive the 3rd attack?
Like the one with storms and stuff?
Yeah, the Storm Colossus thing.
Okay, so honestly, right, Lingbane Ravage is enough actually. But that's if you control them correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think okay, the main problem with this, right, I think is like I think because you can't just aim move like easily. Because if you just aim move Lingbane Ravager, right, they'll just be like really bad.
They're not Protoss, yes.
Yeah, like compared to like maybe Lurkers, right? Like if you aim move them, it's still fine. But Lingbane Ravager, if you aim move them, you're gonna be in like a bad spot.
Okay.
Like you have to move command your Banes, and you have to be like on top of your production stuff. Yeah, the main problem, right, is the storms. Like, yeah, that's the problem.
That means he's only got 1 Templar.
Yeah, but let's say if
let's say he actually has 4 Templar with Storm.
Yeah, then that would be like a bigger problem. But usually you should be able to just roll them with like a shitload of Banes, provided they don't get force field.
Okay, yeah, force field is a separate set of problems that Leo has been causing to Zergs, but...
Yeah, but so in this case, right, the main reason why he lost was because
bad fight.
Like the first thing, right, the first things first was you didn't back off. But let's say if you did fight, right, your like most of your army was actually killing the probes, like the links.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't have enough banes here. I don't think you have much banes.
Okay.
Like 2 banes. That's definitely not enough. Like imagine if you have more banes. Like I think if all these links were banes, right, you definitely win the fight. Like you just destroy them like super hard.
Okay, so the real
Yeah.
thing is just more banelings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without more bane links, man. But make sure you don't crash them into like the Archons. Like you have to like move command them
There's
back.
gonna be a lot of practice needed there, but yeah, more banelings. Okay, got it.
So especially in ZVP, right? Like what I do is I A move the entire army, and then I only control the banes. Like I'll steal the banes into another hotkey and just move command them to the back of the army.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna take quite a bit of. I'm still practicing the bane control, and I'm not making enough. Okay, I'll focus on making more banes.
Yeah, but so actually right, the bane's main purpose, right, is not to deal like damage. It's actually to tank. Like the tanking part is super important.
Huh.
Yeah, like most of the people, right, wouldn't think of banelings as tanks,
I
but they're
did.
actually tanks. They're like tankers, man. And they soak a lot of damage. Like other on top of doing like crazy splash damage, right? They're actually tanks.
Huh.
Yeah. Because if you realize, right, if you move command your banes, right,
Yeah.
the banes will just be soaking up damage from like the Archons, the Zealots, the Immortals,
Yeah.
and then your Ravager and Roaches behind will just be shooting for free.
They'll take a priority fire. I think is the term.
So as long as you keep moving command your banes, right? Because either way they'll still blow up, even if you attack move or move command, they'll still die. But if they die tanking damage from the
Better than.
Protoss units, right? Yeah, like it actually adds up a lot.
Okay, so the real lesson is more banes.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Banes are tanks, man. That's the important part.
Alright, that's fair. I remember we were saying that if they open Stargate, then we throw in some Hydras.
Yeah. You can just swap Ravagers with Hydras instead.
Yeah, so it's Roach Hydra, lots and lots of banes.
Yeah, you can so for Stargate you can just keep Roaches actually. Yeah, just keep Roaches.
So Link Bane Hydra for Stargate lah.
Yeah, you can just play Link Hydra.
It's kind of funny because yes, I was finally like studying Cell's games yesterday, and I was like, oh okay, this play against stats lah, so Stargate player. Okay, alright, so what do you think the game plan should then overall be like? Like for Terran now, the game plan is, let me pull up the sheet for the viewers. Okay, the Terran game plan is 85 Bio Link Bane Hydra Lurker Vipers Corruptors. What should we do with against Protoss, you feel?
Honestly, you just do like all in, like timing or something. Because if they survive and go late game, right, on an even position, it's gonna be like real tough. I mean, you can play late game, but I mean, you can just play late game just to experience it. But in general, you just want to avoid late game.
Yeah, I try.
Oh yeah, and for King Star's question, I think he said that don't think you can play Link Bane Ravager on 66 drones. Yeah, I think that's kind of true. So actually, when you're doing this, right, it's kind of like an semi all in.
Okay.
Because if you don't do enough damage, right, you're just gonna be behind.
So what should the number be?
Okay.
76?
I mean, ideally it's 85. But if you're playing 85, right, and then yeah, ideally it should be 85.
But 85, they could potentially like, oh, but then they static defense and then go Sky Toss.
Yeah, they can do that as well. So then you have to play late game. Like you can't kill them because they have Sky Toss. Then you just go up to 90 drones, 100
Yeah,
drones,
because a couple of players I've hit, like 2 or 3, maybe even 4 of them will just like put 4 or 5 shield batteries at the third plus 3 cannons. And even if I have 7 bases, like I struggle to take down the 4th. And then by the time, look, on 3 base you can afford the Golden Armada.
Okay, so in this case, right, like if their third is 45, you can just go to their natural. Like that's what I learned actually on like a lot of games. Because that's what I do as well. Like I always think that I have to kill the third base, right?
Yeah.
And then I end up losing too much to the statics. When their natural is super open. Like they only have like 1 shield berry and Zealot in the
relative to the third, yeah.
Yeah, so you should just choose like the weakest point of
Okay, that's
defense
fair. That's
in this
fair.
case.
Yeah,
Yeah, like for the 66 drones, right? It's more like a timing and stuff. Like you have to like try to do like a lot of damage.
I know. Because the thing about Protoss is that, like, the thing about Protoss that because they've got that strong 2-base, the potential of a strong 2-base push, then I have to stop drone production and then I need to restart it and think, okay, where am I going from here?
Yeah, so that's okay. So one thing to identify, one way to identify that, right, is step one, you have link spotters on the third base, so you know when the third base is dropping.
Yes.
Okay. So the second one is to always have like links on the entrance, like maybe at the entrance of the natural, so you know when units are actually moving out. Yeah, that's the simplest stuff you can do. Yeah, and as long as you stay on like 40 something ish drones, right, and you keep making units, you shouldn't be dying, I think.
Yeah.
But okay, let's say if he doesn't push, like he stays on 2 base for super long, you keep making units, and then all of a sudden he drops the third base. Then you have like a bunch of units, right?
Yeah, go kill him.
Then yeah, just go kill him, or you just deny his third base and drone up behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the issue now is, or one issue I was facing is that, okay, I can generally defend against the 2-base aggro, right? The thing is like, where do I go from there? Because I didn't really have a plan, like, my drone gets interrupted there and I restart it. Now seems, okay, you're saying that just have more Banes, more Vultures, more Ravagers, especially Banes, and we should be okay.
Yeah, but let's say if you want to go late game, right, like...
Oh, I've got late game replay, but...
Yeah, like late game, right, like the next tier of units you can get, right, is Brood Lords. But the problem with Brood Lords, right, is they're slow, and let's say if they... And you have to have like ground units protecting them.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you lose your entire ground unit, right, and you just left with Brood Lords.
You just die.
You just die, because the stalkers will just kill all of them, and then you lose too much resources. That's the problem with
even Cyril and Raider and Rogue don't really play late game anymore. Well,
yeah,
Raider tries and sometimes he wins.
Yeah, like even Rainer, right, he only plays like Ravager Link Bane, like most of the time. Like even until late game. Like it's like the...
I thought he goes for a heavy lurker style.
No, usually like, I mean,
No.
usually they play Ravager Link Bane. But I mean, let's say if they go Stargate, right,
Yeah.
which is the current norm now, then
Yes.
you're forced into Hydras, then you have to make lurkers in that case. Like you can't avoid them.
Kingstar says that ZVP Betacom is just straight up mass roach or roach Hydra. Make units and kill them, Siowy says.
Yeah, I think maybe you might want to try Roach Hydra.
Yeah,
because
okay, so
they're
that's
much more A move, I think. A move.
they're much more able, but here's the thing, Kingstar, which is that this is me and Nameless did discuss this the last time, which is that look, Terran I'm playing heavy Bane, I figured I might as well try and get it to work in Protoss as well. Because it's still practice, like making enough Banes, rolling them in. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, Nameless, say for Bio, like the Banes roll forward, the Marines have to deal with them as opposed to the Links that are actually getting a wraparound.
Yeah, like the Banes, right, are just like tanking. Even if they are not killing the Marines, right, they're just already tanking, like the Marine shots and stuff.
Oh hey, Tagged One, I haven't seen you in a long time, thanks for coming back. He's asking, is there a timing for Lurkers versus Sky Toss? Usually what time is that? I don't think there is.
I wouldn't say there's a timing. Like, it all depends on your drone count and stuff. But okay, if I would have a timing, right?
Yeah.
That's a tough question.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe like
yeah,
you should start up your Hive and Lurker Den together. Latest before 10, I think. That's like the like the timing.
Again, Tagged One, we were discussing that it's a lot harder to say because there are 1,001 different factors to consider, like how many oracles, does he go for some weird push, so on and so forth. So it is a lot more fluid than honestly telling.
Yeah. Like if you want to afford lurkers, right?
Yeah.
You should be at least on 8 to 10 gas. Like if not, you wouldn't be able to afford lurkers. So even if I give you a timing like 10 minutes, right? But let's say the game is scrappy, then you only have like 6 gas. And you tag up the lurkers, right? Then it's gonna be like
Yeah,
bad choice.
you could afford 4, which they'll just go around.
Yeah.
You got 8, that one different story, but 4? Three, less than 3 especially.
Yeah.
Once
like,
you're 8 lurkers, oh, that feels awesome.
For lurkers as well, they kind of suck before the upgrades. And you still have to wait for the 300 gas upgrade as well.
True. I use them defensively, so it's okay. But yeah, well, once you get like 8 to 12 lurkers with hydras, with lings, maids, you're normally maxed out, and you got your upgrades, oh, that's an awesome feeling. You can finally start pushing them back. Okay, I think that's more or less it. I think focusing on this makes more sense than focusing on the sky toss.
Yeah. Okay, so the thing right with this 66 thing, right?
Yeah.
You could try to hit around let's say like wait, let me think. I think you should hit around 7:30 to 8 minutes. I think that would be like the ideal timing.
Assuming I don't get attacked. But even if they attack me, it means that their stuff is late, so...
Yeah, like even in this case, right, you should have like Bayoness. Okay, so usually for Protoss, right, I get like a 5:30 Bayoness and I start my Bane speed. So by the time my Bane speed finishes, right, I should already have like a bunch of links, a bunch of army ready to move out. So the minute my Bane speed finishes, right, I morph Banes in front of their base and then I just attack them. So it's around like 7:30, 8-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's usually like a pre-storm timing.
By the way, Tagged One, if you exclamation mark co-cast in the chat, I'll bring you to my mentor, the guy who's talking to me right now. Nameless, he's Master Zerg, and he streams fairly regularly, so do give him a follow too. He's also from the C region. Ah yes, thank you for actually doing it. Nameless, you might have a new follower.
Oh, nice. I actually have tagged one on my my friend list.
Awesome! Thanks for supporting the local guys. Okay, so I kind of got that. As painful as the question is there... Okay, let's say we're in that phase of the game where we're on...
Late game.
Yeah, I'm fighting... I now have to take on the Golden Armada. What should I do?
Okay, so... Usually you want to have like Vipers, Corruptors. And... Okay, so you want to have Vipers and Corruptors to deal with the skies, right? The sky toss.
Kind of, yeah.
And for the storms, right, you have to have either... Okay, there's 3 options. Ultras, Lurker, or Brood Lords. Okay, but for Ultras, right,
Yeah.
they can only come in after you go for Lurker or Brood Lords. You can't go Ultras directly.
Okay.
Because they kind of suck. Yeah. So, yeah. And then with the Viper Corruptor, right, you want to have enough Corruptors to one-shot carriers. That's the key, which is around 25, I think. I don't know the exact number, but it should be around 25.
I'll just put 30 plus.
Yeah.
Let's call it even 40.
Actually, I don't think you should get 40 Corruptors. Maybe 30.
Isn't it
5 is the max you
safer to
should go.
get 40 because a few are probably gonna die because I'm not that good?
As in, like, if it's 40, right, you can get 40 only if they are full sky toss.
Okay.
Yeah, like if they don't have any ground units, you can get like a lot.
Okay, so wait, so what is the rest of my... By the way, thank you, Tagged One, for the follow and all that. Hi again, Dream, thanks for still being here. Okay.
You can fungal interceptors, actually.
See, this is why you come in and tune in to lessons. Yes, do feel free to ask whatever questions you have. Yes, you can. I've seen it pro games. Oh, but I don't want to do Infestor. Infestor need to micro like hell.
Yeah, screw Infestors, man. Okay, so the only thing you need to focus, right, is just get enough Corruptors to one-shot carriers, right?
Yeah.
So all you need to do is you just fly around with your Viper Corruptor. You pull one carrier at a time, and then you just one-shot them, and then you fly away. That's
slowly chip away at the Armada lah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Tagged One. How do you do it? I don't know. Locals been complaining about that for a long time.
Okay, so even fungal interceptors, right? It's just like you just throw them randomly in like in the interceptors, then you just hit them. There's like no
Yeah.
special tactics. Yeah, but feedback range, yeah, that's the problem, man. Like if you're against good players, right, you just never get abducts, man. So you have to rely on like run buys to
Yeah.
like distract the Protoss, and hopefully you get like a few abducts. Yeah.
I know. It's a lot of. I don't know. Even the Protosses have been. Well, the Protosses have been saying that it depends on who's better because you're right. If the guy knows what he's doing and can feedbacks, then it's a tough one. Thankfully, I've not hit a single player who knows how to do this. So he says, oh right, he says 22 to 25 corruptors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, depending on upgrades, which is a good point.
Yeah, that's quite alright.
Okay.
But the main reason you get a little bit more, like a few more, so because they die. Yep.
Okay. I think I've had enough of Protoss, and I still get very tilted, and there's still plenty of cheese. Okay, I haven't been hit by cannon rushes yet, so since the last lesson, to be honest. So
Yeah, that's the problem with Zerg, man. Because the units are shit, right? You can't A move. Unfortunately.
it's not Protoss. It's
Yeah,
not
especially
Protoss,
against
it's not
Protoss, I think.
Protoss.
I think if, like against Terran, right?
Yeah.
You still can A move to a certain extent. But for Protoss, right? If you like, because there's storms and stuff, right? You can't just like carelessly A
I
move
know,
into the army.
life not so good. Life not so good. Okay, tell you what, let's cut it to a 2-minute break. Then we'll finally deal with Zerg. Because Zerg, I have a kind of a fundamental. I'm considering swapping to the standard opening rather than the pull first.
Wait, you're considering what?
Standard opening.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's. I'll explain. Okay, but let me cut it to a couple minutes. We'll be right back. Guys, don't go anywhere. In fact, now's a good time. If you haven't, go and drink water, hydrate. Follow Nameless's stream if you haven't done so. Yeah, so he said, oh yeah, please play more 16 hedge versus me. Look, if Nameless actually teaches me how to, if I actually learn how to play 16 hedge, then I'll be ahead in drones than you. So he's a more aggressive player, you know, Nameless?
If it's okay, usually they're aggressive, right? If you play pool first, right? It usually shuts down everything.
Tagged one says, I think it's better to stick to one matchup and then talk about it because no, but that's the thing, because when I'm playing on the ladder, I'm hitting all 4 races. So I need to learn like what are the different things in each matchup because the ladder is the practice. If I don't know what to do against Protoss, I just roll over and die. Okay, anyway, I need to take a 2-minute break. We will be right back.
Okay, so for anyone that has questions, right, for Zerg, I'm still here, so you could answer meanwhile. What do you call it? Meanwhile, Mekana guys goes for a break. So okay, let's see. Yeah, I think in coaching it's better to stick to one matchup first. I have to agree as well. I think that's a very important point. But because he's playing ladder, that's why he's going for three matchups. Ideally, right, you just want to be customing on one matchup at a time. It's much easier. Yeah, and I think that's the reason why you always custom that's the reason why you always play customs, because you can just solely focus on one matchup. Yeah. I think there are many Discord servers that you could ask for some practice partners. Yeah, I think there are a lot of servers that provides like a lot of like practice partners and stuff, but they might not be all in the C region. Yeah. I mean, personally for me, right, I'm just so used to like Singapore server ping, so I kind of hate like the ping stuff. Yeah, like 200 ping it's playable, right? Back when I was like Diamond or Master, when I don't really feel it, or rather I was just so used to like the ping because I don't play much on Singapore server. But now that I play a lot on Singapore server, right, like the minute I hop onto US West, I'm like super uncomfortable. Okay, so for 2-on-1, right, you want to go for double Evo. into lair. Yep. But yeah, you want to go double evo in the lair. Usually, I kind of have bad experience going for double evo into lair because I always die without paying speed. But I think that the issue is just it only applies for me, you know. Yeah, I just have a bad experience with double evo. So usually I go for one evolution chamber first. So like carapace into lair. What do you prep for tournaments? Tournaments. Okay, usually tournaments, right? I would like to have like a few all-ins or something, just to prepare to. Just for preparation, and I should have like should have a game plan for a rough game plan for each map. So maybe for shorter maps you want all in, and for longer maps you want to play macro.
By the way, good night, Dream Toss. Before you go off, yeah, Dream Toss also streams. So now he streams Protoss, and for some reason tonight's primarily a Zerg crowd. But thanks for tuning in. Do go give him a follow. He grinds out ladder, and occasionally we also play core. Oh man, yesterday's core was stressful. But yep, good night, Dream Toss. See ya. He says sleeping early lah, but yeah. Okay, so I'm back, rehydrated, gotten my inject of water. Okay, so I actually have something that resembles a macro ZVZ because I didn't see the matchup.
Oh,
so
okay.
I actually went for a macro build.
Okay, you know that you can check the matchup even if it's after the loading screen.
Which button?
Okay, so like when you go in game, right?
Yeah.
I think the top right hand button. If you click on it, it will show you the race.
Top right hand button.
Like when you're in game. There should be a button, I think. Yeah, later when you hop into replay, right? Wait, no. Replay doesn't happen. Yeah, the ally button, yes, that's the one. You can check the
the
race.
allied button, yeah. No, let me rephrase that. I thought I was playing against Terran.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And therefore I didn't go. Okay, for context, good night, Dream Toss. Get your sleep. Sleep is always good. But again, for context of the rest watching, I was going for a 16 pool into hatch to defend against link bullshittery, which is very common. However, that has certain drawbacks. The reason I wasn't going the standard hatch first macro was because if it's a 12 to 16 pool, I normally just died. And there's a replay of me dying because that happened. The question then is, if I can figure out a way to defend against it, nameless correct if I'm wrong, I'll be ahead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then my macro is fine, and then I can go for the roach timing attack later. In fact, I identify a reason I'm dying a lot to the second wave of Zerg pushes, cheeses, is because if my hatch is delayed, it's very hard to get my wall up because of the creep. Which forces me to either put my roach ward elsewhere, and that works on some maps where it's a double evo chamber wall, but on some maps, no, it's a tree building wall. I played Protoss before this, I know.
Yeah, that's right.
Therefore, I'm like, okay, how do I hold this specific? Hey, wait. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong one. Hold on. I scrolled to it and then I scrolled away. Mutas, no, I'm okay with Mutas.
It was an early game push, right?
Yeah. The example I'm talking about. Here we go. The example I'm talking about is, again, all my Zerg games I open pool, so there's not too much to talk about there. But there is this exception. I opened hatch first because I missaw the race. That's a more accurate term. And then he cheeses me, and then I die.
Okay.
Even after putting drones. So.
Well, okay, let me guess. I think it's a 15 pool or 15 hatch.
Yeah, crap! I need to make you in charge. Can I do that?
Wait, what? Mute chat?
I need to put you as the guy in charge. Yeah, we'll re-lobby.
Oh, it's fine, it's fine.
Nah, it's
Oh, wait, okay.
so the real. I mean, the quick fix for me getting cheesed on 2 bases, which, to be fair, happens fairly often. Like the second wave, you know, like after the 2 hatches are up, then the link flood happens, or it's link bait, or it's fast roaches. I mean, this, like, if I actually went hatch first and they didn't cheese me up front, that seemed to have been the answer. So let's see. I need help with the drone, Michael. Let's put it that way.
Yep, okay, like in this case, right, if he 12 fools, right,
Yeah.
you're gonna be losing much more health on the hatch. Yeah, but now that you know the 16 hatch, it should be fine.
No, so somewhere, so it's okay. So I see the links. I'm like, shit, because you know, pool's not done.
Wait, was this 12 pool? Wait, I was looking. Okay, this
12.
was 12 pool, I think.
Yeah, this is the cheese.
Yeah, okay, this is 12 pool.
By the way, so it says versus link bait, you can hold a lot. Oh, minimize the notepad. Sorry, yeah, the notepad was open.
Yep, this
Okay,
is 12 pool. Yeah, like so for this scenario, right, you're gonna be taking a lot of damage because the pool. Okay, the pool's late, is it? Okay.
I mean, I was going absolutely like standard, my version of standard. And then okay, then I'm like,
Wait, this. Oh no. Wait. Okay, wait. Okay, this is bad. This is bad.
I have no idea what.
Yep, like losing 5 drones here, right? I think it's kind of 6 drones.
Yeah. So what do I do again?
Okay, wait. I can. Okay. Should I go through with you now?
I don't know what
Okay,
you're
wait.
talking about,
Maybe
so I can't
we'll
give
come
you
back to
an
this later. Like the defense.
answer. Okay.
Yeah, I think. Shit. Do I have a replay of it? Okay, yeah, we can just. I can just take command later and show you.
Okay.
Yeah, but because you wanna know why you died, right?
Well, I'm very certain that losing the first 6 drones was terrible.
Yeah, like I think it was pretty. I think it was pretty much kind of killed you. Like if you take a look at the drone count now, right? It's 18 to 26, which is pretty big considering it's only the first 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Kinda.
Again, like I wasn't really sure how exactly I should defend, which is why 5 drones were pulled.
Yeah, like so. I think here, right? Was this the one with link flood or?
I mean, I die sooner rather than later, but that's not the point. The point is that if I knew exactly, okay, here's my thought. If I knew exactly what I should do, and I was able to like take lower losses to my drones, I should have had the macro I needed to you know play normally.
Yeah.
But
Like right here, you're just behind because of the early game.
Yeah,
so the reason why you lost, right, isn't because of like you have bad macro and stuff. It's just that you're just way too behind. So it's just too hard to win the game.
by the way, Tech One says that he's got a note for copters. 1.25 copter to 1 carrier. 22 copters to 1 carrier, he says, and then
Oh yeah, I think the 12 pool, right? It's 12 pool drone pool. I don't think it's 12 pool. Yeah. So. Yep.
okay, so what do you suggest?
wait.
Watch the Panda Bear Me video or
That's not 12 pool drone pool, that's the thing. It's not for 12 pool. Is there anyone that can. Okay, so here, right? Okay, wait, let's go back to where. Okay. Where's the vision? Okay, so the first things first, right?
Yeah.
You need to know that a 12 pool is coming, right?
yeah,
So here is where you know the 12 pool is coming. Like
Yeah.
here. You have vision, right?
yeah,
So this is where usually you stop droning at the 19 supply.
Oh,
which is
okay.
you're supposed to stop droning now. Okay? So the links comes as per normal. They're just gonna reach your base.
By the way, tag one, yeah, well, you can try posting it, and the Nightbot deleted it. So he's suggesting that you can 12 pool right now.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect, that's perfect. Oh, yes.
Should we just leave the replay then?
Okay, but yeah, okay, I'll just roughly explain it to you,
Okay,
okay?
let's wrap it up.
So the idea is you pull like, how many drones was it? Like around 12 drones. I think 12 would be, yeah, around 12 drones. You just keep playing around with the links.
We'll be right there,
so,
Siowy.
Yeah, so you just want to be forcing the links to not
Disengage.
aggro the hatch. So the minute he changed aggros to the drones, you just pull them back. And you just keep juggling until your 6 links comes out.
So
that's
don't
where you
fight.
start fighting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the gist of it.
Okay, let's do live practice since we have.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. Because I was thinking, yeah, it's very hard to demonstrate. I mean, very hard to explain. You have to be like...
Alright, Nameless, you are now the leader.
Okay, maybe Siowy could do a 12 pull first. Then afterwards, you can try to defend.
Isn't it
Yeah.
me versus him and then he 12 pulls and then you tell me what to do?
Oh, okay, yeah, that works as well. Okay, okay, nice.
Kingstar says that flashback of me getting wrecked. You won one game, which was quite impressive.
Okay, I'm starting, okay?
Yep, I see it. How to stop 12 pool drone pool panda baby. Yeah, but this isn't a 12 pool drone pool, this is just a 12 pool link flood.
Wait, let me check. Yeah, that's 12 pool drone pool, yeah. This is the macro 12 pool. That's the all-in 12 pool.
I do want to, again, for both Siowy and Brother yourself, like, once I get my macro there, I do want to have a final lesson on cheeses because it's useful in tournaments. Let's see what the heck am I doing.
Yeah, I think even Kingstar could join us as well. Like, maybe later on, we can do like a 12 pool practice.
Oh yeah, we should do a cheese
Like the
practice.
short one. Yeah, like, it's like, oh my god. You don't want to know the amount of times I practiced 12 pool, drone pool. Like, there was once where we just...
on it.
What?
You did a whole stream on it.
Yeah, but that was like a variety of 12 pool. Like, I did 20 games of 12 pool, drone pool. Like, back and forth.
Oh, by the way, Overlord is going to the top of the ramp or the bottom of the ramp?
Top and bottom doesn't matter. As long as it's on the ramp, it's fine. Yeah.
Overlord 2 goes to
The third base.
the third base. Right,
Yep.
yes.
Nice.
Right, let's see. Okay.
So 16. Oh,
This guy,
okay,
right?
that was 17, but yeah. Fine.
Isn't it this guy?
Yeah, this guy. Oh, wait, it's supposed to be 16. Because now you make your hatch on 17 supply. So this goes to gas instead, because you already have 16. So 1 gas and 1 pool.
Oh yeah, this is the standard all-rounder build.
Yeah. Yeah, but just remember to get 16 hatch, because it's important. Especially in 12 pool games. Okay, so double drones. And then 1 more drone.
Okay.
So afterwards, after you make your last drone, that's where you watch your first overlord. You have to see whether links are coming or not.
Oh hey, there they are.
Yep, okay, so that's where you stop at 19 supply.
Okay.
So you can actually get ready to pull, you can like just hotkey like the...
How
Oh yeah,
many?
you want to pull out of gas as well, like leave 1 in gas. So pull 2 from gas and like maybe 10 from minerals. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so once the links start hitting, okay, maybe you can put down now. Yep. Yeah, that's too little by the way, but it's fine. Okay, so you just want to attack him. Once he shifts, you pull back, yeah. And then you make links now. Yep. Okay, now you pull back again. Oh, you wanna pull upwards. And you wanna okay, so that's the problem.
What?
Okay, you want a mineral walk to your main base instead of like
right.
down. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm losing all the set drones.
Yeah, if you take a fight now, right, it's gonna be way too behind. Yeah, it might be easier if I show you how to do it.
Army be scrapped.
Yeah, like here, right, if you lose 9 drones, right, you just dead. You're supposed to only lose like a maximum of 3 drones, I think.
Okay. So what, regame?
Yeah,
And
you just
they're
skip the
out
game.
of here.
Okay, it's regame.
It might be easier if I show it.
Alright, Tagged One, we'll see you next time. Hope this lesson was something.
Okay, for here also, right, you have to hotkey your links. Because that's a very
Oh
important part.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, wait, actually I can show. Okay, we'll do it on the. Okay, no. We'll do it on. Yeah, okay. Wait, we should do it on the worst map, right? Worst map
You tell
possible.
me. That's submarine, isn't it?
Yep. Usually nobody opens hatch first in. Okay, like, not nobody, but you should never open hatch first on
Okay.
summary. But yeah, let's just make like the worst case scenario.
Let's make life difficult for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so submarine is still easier to go pull first.
Okay, the main reason why
62.
top pool is super good here, right, is okay, if you realize, right, just now the links hit at around 157-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, you can take a look how much earlier the links reach my hatch. Like start attacking my hatch.
I'm aware that this map is the shortest.
So much difference.
The shortest
Yeah.
and it's like the rush map, if you will.
Mm-hmm. That's why you almost never play pool first here. I mean hatch first. If you want to play hatch first, right, you go for like hatch full gas, which is much safer. Because your pool finishes earlier.
Okay, but that's gambling the opposite direction, right? Because you're gambling that the other player is cheesing you.
Yeah, but hatch pool gas, right, doesn't you don't lose out much. It's just that you mine gas a bit lesser. It's not like the worst thing. It's hatch pool gas instead of hatch gas pool.
It's kind of rock, paper, scissors, right? Like, what is the opponent going for? There's no way to scout it this early.
Yep.
Okay, well.
Well, I'm not talking about pool first. It's
No, as in
hatch
if,
first.
yeah, as in if the
just-
opponent went hatch, gas, pool, he'd be ahead. If
Yeah, but it's just slightly, you know. It's not the
Yeah.
worst. It's better than like taking more damage then.
yeah, it's not TVT. Okay.
Okay, so that's where you make your last drones, and you start staring at your first overlord.
Also, we wait for confirmation before we do anything else.
Yeah, like you want to be, like you see now I see the links, right?
Yep.
So I stop making links. So maybe around 140, right, is where you can start making your stuff if you don't see any links.
Okay, because
around
yeah,
140.
there is still like a bit of flight time to see anything
Yeah.
of value.
So in this case, I see the links coming. I just hold. You see how early it reached? It's 5 seconds earlier, which is much bigger.
Yeah.
It's like very big.
How many drones is this again? It's a lot of drones.
You just pull back, then just fight again. Pull back. Pull back.
Oh man, this dance is gonna take a lot of practice. So it's a middle walk back to the main, is it?
Yep.
I assume if he actually gets the hatch, we're in a lot of trouble.
Yep. Yep. So this is where you're fine. And oh shit, I'm supposed to make queens, but I can't supply block. Yeah, so that's roughly how you hold.
Okay. The middle walk is quite something.
Yeah, so that's where the camera location hotkey kind of kicks in. Because when I'm actually what do you call it, middle walking, right? Stop the. Oh, okay. Yeah. You can actually rewind now.
Pressing rewind. Okay, so what am I looking for?
Yeah, so you can actually take a look at the first part, I think, where the links start hitting the hatch. So it actually reaches like 5 seconds earlier, which is pretty big.
You pulled all 12, you put 12 drones,
Mm-hmm.
you've got one in gas.
Yep. The reason why I leave one in gas, right, is because I always forget to put them back. Yeah. So it becomes that my link speed end up becoming day instead.
It becomes
that's
so
why I always
late
leave
there.
one.
But that's
Yeah. So I put like around 12. So I just keep microing backwards.
I
Attack the links. The minute you shift aggro, right?
Yeah.
I just pull back. So you just keep doing this back and forth.
Okay, so I stay as close as I can to the web because I assume if I go into the minerals, I might actually die.
Yeah, like they're just gonna chase you. And if you are like super micro intensive, right, you can just pull back the low health drones.
We'll see how much APM I actually have.
Yeah, like in this case, right, I was actually using my camera hotkey to mineral walk back. Like scrolling down, I will be too slow.
True.
So even now, right, even when the links hatch, right, you don't want to take a fight straight away because there are like 6 links in the main base coming down. So that's like a bad fight. You only want to fight, right, when your links and drones can attack at the same time.
Okay.
So if you realize, right, I pre-spread, I think around 225.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, 225, I pre-spread my drones and links so that they can all attack at the same time.
Drone's about to pop. Okay. Yeah, reinforcements are here.
Okay, yeah, you can. Okay, see, right. So right before this, I pull my drones to the right side and links to the left, so they all engage at the same time. Yeah, but if you don't do that, right, your drones will be engaging first, and then your links will just be running around behind.
Yeah,
then you're gonna lose a lot of drones.
They don't have to engage.
Yep.
But the whole point of this is just to like deter the enemy. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
So
you need to buy time for your links to hatch. If not, right, you're just gonna lose your hatch.
when do I make the overlord?
When I think ideally you want to make it at 27, I think.
Okay.
Okay, actually ignore the. Yeah, I was kind of supply block and didn't make things. Yeah, that was bad. But
Yeah, so you're ahead a couple of workers.
yeah, but in a way, I'm still not ahead in economy because I put drones, right?
Yeah.
Even though I had more drones than him at the start, but because of the drone micro, I actually lose like mining time. So in this case, right, I'm just ahead by a little bit. Like imagine if I were to lose like 3 drones or 2 drones, I'll be like in the same position as him. So ideally in 12 pool, right, you don't want to lose like a maximum of 3 drones. I think that's like the maximum.
Okay, because okay, come back to ZVZ specific. I think the rest of the build is fine. Like when I lose the other ZVZs, I kind of identify the problem. Like, oh, my first overlord died. Okay, pull the overlord back a bit. Again, if the first overlord dies, then I don't see the link flat. Then
yeah,
game over. But like. But the other thing, like even when I see the links coming, I don't have the wall, but I don't have the wall because the hatch is late. So my assumption is that should I be able to get the hatch down in time, I can then get the wall up in time. And then
one thing you do, right, is you just get the first queen that pops in the natural, right? Just get quick humor instead.
Yeah, so that means it's the main.
But chances are we hit so early, right, that you have to wall off.
Yeah.
It means that it's not you're not gonna be able to wall off in time. I think it's better to just put queens on the ramp and then you just fight on the ramp.
I've tried that, yeah.
And if you are going full first, right, usually they won't be cheesing you. I think, like, they shouldn't be because you have like, I mean they have to. They don't know if you are taking earlier guess or not. So you might have Bane links already up.
You mean if I'm going pool first?
Yeah.
No, the issue with going pool first is that, okay, let's say they don't cheese. They go perfectly macro everything. It's, they hit, let's say, they hit when link speed is done, then they hit with a shit ton of links.
You should have Bane Nest by the time it's up.
Yeah, but that's the thing, I don't go Bane Nest, I go Roach Wand.
Okay, so the problem with skipping Bane Nest, right, is you have to get a shitload of links. That's the problem with going roaches. Yeah, like, okay, the main reason why you want to have a lot of links, right, is you want to be able to pressure on their side of the map, so that you'll be able to have like space to make roaches. Because if you just go directly to roaches, right, you just die. You just die to link Bane.
That was a Bane link bust.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you have the replay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a replay of pull first into dying.
Oh wait, I should pass you the host. Oops.
Yep.
Okay.
Never skip pain day.
Yeah, never skip bangs in. That's the rule of thumb. Oh wait, can you pass me host?
Oh
Is it in time?
nope. I always forget to pass you.
Yeah man, never skip bangs. Like the only time you can skip bangs is when you make a shitload of links. If not, you're just gonna die to link bane all it.
Okay, let's quickly regame this. Never skip pain. Yeah, Kickstarter says lol. We got a good Zerg crowd in here. That's so
We have a ZVZ party later on.
well, we can. I can stay, like, even after the stream, I can stay for a bit. We can play some, I don't know what you want to play. We can play something for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's out. But a good time to mention, since Siowy's now helping me out, that he also has a YouTube channel that does right, Siowy? You have a YouTube channel that does arcade stuff?
Oh yeah, wait, I should follow Siowy, right?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, he has a
Is it the one with the okay, it's this, okay. Oh yeah, fun fact man, do you know Siowy is my teammate?
Yes, I saw the clan.
Oh. I didn't realize he was Singaporean man, until we had like a sort of like a icebreaker stuff. Then I was like, whoa, what a coincidence.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
he does a series called Oh No It's Zombies. One of the StarCraft 2 arcade.
Oh,
I should give that a shot sometime, but let me focus on my Zerg.
okay. Yeah, everything looks okay here. I didn't look at the hatch timing, but yeah, but overall it still looks good. Actually,
Yeah,
oh, okay. Here's problem number 1. Wait, you skip links, right?
yeah.
I'm not sure if you should skip links.
Because going pool first, and if I don't see links coming across the map, I generally skip. I honestly, after a while, figured if I skip the first 6 links, then he makes the links defensively. Because most Zerg players will make 4 links defensively.
Okay, usually no matter what, I should at least make 2 links for
Okay.
scouting, like because you have no information here. And okay, if you realize right, there's a small gap at his natural pillar. Like you don't have a vision there, so I think links might be able to skip. I'm not sure.
So always says it's a younger version of me better at StarCraft on YouTube.
Wait, was this hatch first?
Was it standard macro from the other guy?
Oh, it is.
Yeah, standard macro.
Okay, it's just that he keeps gas. That's why he's able to get so much gas. Yeah, like even 245 Bane S, right? It's kind of like standard. Usually you get like 250 Bane S. So yeah, the problem here, right, is you don't have information at all. Like you should be checked if you have links, right? And you send them across, and then you could just tally the drone count with yours.
Okay.
Like, yeah. Like so around. Okay, let's say you make links at 210, right? I think they should reach by 3 minutes. So if you were to look at his natural, right? He doesn't have third base, he only has 2 drones. And while you have 6 drones, that means like something is coming.
Okay.
And you should start walling off. I think even if you wall off here, right, it should be fine, I think.
That's what I thought. So
Okay, this is a bad wall off. Yeah, this is a bad wall
that's
off.
the thing, which is that going for pool first puts the creep in a very awkward position.
No, I think it's just the wall off, man. The wall off should be much more inside. Like with this wall, right? Your roach wall and evolution chambers has much more surface area. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not perfectly aligned.
Yeah, especially in this kind of defense, right? That's where it matters like the most. Okay, so here.
I see the links, and then like, okay, this is gonna be hard.
Yeah, nice wall.
3 walls and stuff.
Oh, actually, I would kill the creep teamer if I were you.
The outside one.
Wait. Okay, I know what killed you. It's actually the supply block. Yeah, that's the problem, man.
That happens too. I've got some roaches on the way.
Yeah, this find is way too late. You should be getting them when you see the links across. Like coming across.
Yeah, wait took a second to realize that.
Yep. Okay, so this, right, it's just the supply block that killed you. Like, you're floating way too much money.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like the wall. I think it was the supply block. Like, okay, wait, where do you see the links coming? I think it was...
Yeah, probably made roaches without getting the relevant overlords.
Like, this wall was okay-ish, I think. I mean, it's still not the best wall, but at least you had a wall. And you saw the links coming here, right?
Yeah.
Like, your supply blocks, I think. Yeah, here.
Yep.
You had 700 minerals and... Wait, how much? Okay, you should be able to make at least 5 roaches here.
Yeah, then the supply block happens. Then
Mm-hmm.
2 roaches total.
Yeah,
instead of
like
3
this
roaches.
shouldn't kill you, I think. Even with the amount of base, yes. And the spine should start much earlier. Yeah. Oh yeah, and here, right, you shouldn't even start the +1 upgrades. Because you're getting all in.
Yeah, need that
Yeah.
gas.
So imagine you had the... Okay, you had 160 gas, right? That means 6 roaches.
Yeah.
Plus the 2 you have, it's 8 roaches, right? You just hold the ramp. I think you... Even though you lose drones, right, you still be fine. Because you're still... Yeah.
Still playable, okay.
Yeah, because it's kind of all in. It's only on like 21 drones.
Yeah, then after this, it's over.
Yeah. Okay, like wait, let me show you the wall. I think I've done a better wall. It's here, right?
Thereabouts.
Oh wait, can I? Oh wait, can you see the? Does it work? Does it work? Okay, like this should be the wall.
So further back.
Oh wait. Oh, the creep gamer kinda hurts me.
Yeah, because again, like when the thing.
Okay, so this is where you need to get your creep gamer further back. Like,
Yeah.
like in general, when you go for this, right, your creep gamer should be I think a bit further back, like here.
I
So you
still
can,
need to
like,
put the
wall.
creep tuber right.
Huh?
As I still need the creep tuber.
Yeah, I think so. If you want to be safe, right, you still need to you can get the creep gamer.
Okay.
Yep. Like, actually, this is a bad wall. Yeah, this is actually a bad wall, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like straight away when you see the links, right, you need to pull like straight away make a spine and stuff, and pull all the queens down
Oh yeah, the main
so that you
base
can
queen.
confuse and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, the main reason why you died was because of the supply block. You should be able to get roaches straight away.
That's fair.
Yep.
Alright, let me write down the last point regarding the anti-cheese, if you will. And I think that's kind of it, right? For now, we've gone through Protoss, we've gone through Terran, we've gone through Zerg. Hmm. 12 pull drones, link defend, so that 3 kite.
Actually, 10 to 12 drones would be safer. Yeah, you should pull more drones.
Yeah, the 6 clearly not enough.
Yeah, 10 to 12 would be better.
Kite on the ramp.
Yeah.
Wait for more links.
There's a lot of fights, right, where I took like really bad fights. Like because my drones was in front of the links. So they just all died. I lost like 6 instead. Yep. So actually, I'm not sure if I should ask you to 12 full. Because actually on Submarine, right, there's a lot of like people that plays patch first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very crucial. Crucial thing is to mineral walk to the main. Yeah, that's very important. Because if you don't mineral walk, right, if your drones get trapped by the links,
They
they're just
die.
gonna die. Yep.
They just die. They just die. Yeah, links are like that.
Wait, do you want to try one more time? 12 pool? Against like Siowy or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, okay, so let's do one more 12 pull, then we'll call it a night for the
Yeah.
lesson.
Sure. Yeah, the host, I think. Okay. Okay, let's choose like the worst map, okay? So like to make it easier.
You set up the thing as long as it works.
I think this the no wait, options.
Let me
Actually not. You can't take the worst.
Let
You
me
just
go-
take like the semi decent
Okay,
one.
tell you what, let me go toilet real
Yeah.
quick, I'll be right back. Not good to play on too high a bladder.
Alright, anyways, Xiaoyi is still here, right? Thanks for coming up to help out with Red Gunner guys training. Yep. Oh wait, actually, Kingstar, you want to join us after this? You can as well. If you're still here, you could do like a ZVZ party, man.
Okay. I'm back. Close the big
Okay.
notepad.
Okay, ready? But you should close the okay. Okay, ready?
Notepad is closed, it all looks good, let's try. For better side. Do I wait, question, for any of the maps, this one, do I need to change Overlord scouting path?
No, it's the same.
Okay.
So you should, you should always send like the first overlord to natural, second overlord to third. Should be the standard one.
By the way, yes, thanks Siowy for helping out. Yes, Kingstar, go and follow him too.
I think Kingstar followed me. Oh wait, Xiaoyi has a YouTube channel as well.
Yes.
Good luck, have fun,
wait.
and not enough minerals.
He
Search it
does. It's called oh no, it's zombies, he said? He plays StarCraft, but it's more of the arcade variety, which is fine. Not enough.
Oh.
Arcade's like underexplored in my opinion, but that's a separate long discussion.
For a moment I thought Xiaoyi was AFK. Then I realized he was doing Teleport. Whoops.
Yes, he is. By the way, Kingstar, you've got Siowy's replays that he used to, beat you. Now you've got plenty of stuff to play in tournaments.
Yeah, I can be like your lab rat, man. I'll just tell you how to defend it. Like even Self-Pool, Drone Pool.
There are a few.
Yeah.
Minerals
He played
now.
against Kingstar played against Siowy in SSL,
Not
what?
enough
So
minerals.
that happened.
Self-Pool, Drone Pool right, dies to any pool first opening.
Minerals
Like
now.
if you do Self-Pool, Drone Pool against any pool first opening, right, it's just dead. But there was one exception though, like, where I won. I have no idea how. I forgot who was it against. Yeah, but if you open pool first into 6 links, right, you always win. Yep. Right. So one more drone is where you gotta start looking at your overlords.
Okay.
It usually should appear around 3:37. Yeah, but in this case it's earlier.
Oh, there they are.
Yep. So this is where you stop.
10, add 2 more.
You want a hotkey? Yeah, you want a hotkey of drones. That's nice.
Base is under
Yep.
attack.
Actually, yeah.
I have completely forgotten about camera location hotkeys.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Yeah, that's right. Okay, make links now. Pull back and make links. Yep. And you want to hotkey the links as well into the hotkey. Oh no, you're gonna lose the hatch.
Oh, I was too busy hotkeying the links. The mouse is a bit off today.
Oh,
Ah,
you wanna hotkey them together with the
into
drones.
the thing, right?
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, I think you can get the hatch now, right? Yeah, I got the
Yeah,
hatch.
like you're gonna be
Okay, so
insanely
you bet you put the drones and the thing together in the same.
Yeah, you put together with the same hotkey.
Yeah, putting it on a separate hotkey and that messed up everything.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I think you did a better job this time.
Yeah, it's slightly better. I looked
Yeah,
at my
the micro
comprehension.
initially was fine, but it's just that once you make links, it's a bit messy. So you just gotta work on it.
No problem. Kingstar says that would be awesome. Don't fully know what he's referring to because I was busy
Yeah, no,
with that
he
last
meant
game.
like the ZVZ party and stuff.
We could.
Yeah, after this.
Yeah. I think that's about it. That's all I had planned for right now.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna close it out for those watching on YouTube in the future. Do go and follow Nameless's, my mentor here, Nameless, at nameless_sc2. Link will be in the description. If you want to know, again, if you want to know how to get better, you can put your questions in the comments. I will bring it up and reply best I can. Do engage with the video, YouTube like that kind of stuff. If not, are any of our friends online, or do you